All right. Quick refresh real quick. You know, that's how I be sometimes, man. They pick and choose how they want to do this. Sometimes. All right, we back. So let me get my other profile going in that thing. Let me get that other profile going in that thing. That profile going in that thing. That profile going in that thing. Oops. Get my other profile in here. I have to do a quick little refresh real quick. Main thing. What you got? What's the deal? Trying to get this stuff going, man. Trying to get this stuff going. I had to do a quick little refresh real quick. Hey, cause this topic I got a whole line of topics for this week. Got a whole line of them. I said, let me start Wednesday now. Start Wednesday. We're gonna get one Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I wrote that one down. That's the one I'm doing. I meant to, and I was trying to put that in that video. I literally was supposed to say at the beginning of the video I was gonna do a topic on that kids one. That's funny how you said that, because I got that. I got all my
Hey,
topics written down already.
you have like some type of, it's like when you speak, it almost sound like you got some type of not echo, but it's like it sound like something banging, like something like I don't know.
Said banging.
Yeah, you don't hear that?
Oh, you talking about my? Hold on, let me turn this. My AC on. That's what it is.
Oh, that's what
It's
it is.
the AC. I gotta sweat. I gotta sweat, and I ain't keep.
I was about to say, why does it sound like
I
a kid
gotta
that
sweat,
goes
and
in a
I'm not
fan?
All right, we should be good now.
Yes. Because
We should be good. So,
I'm about to say, why it sound like a kid blowing in a fan?
Hey.
How your day been?
It's gravy, man. Just got off work earlier. Well, just got off work. I've been doing overtime this week. Well, hour overtime. That's about it. Otherwise, it's been smooth. How you feeling? Man.
That man.
That man. Right. Do I really have to ask that?
I just been seeing what's going on with TikTok and stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. You'll be TikTok in these streets.
Yeah, they wanted to argue me down. Like, it's crazy.
What you done did? Nah, uh-oh.
I just asked a question. I asked a serious question. And some people, you know, they felt some type of way, you know. They didn't like it. They did. It was just a question like asking ladies like if you
Uh-oh, you said enough already. Asking ladies some questions, that's already sound like that's enough.
I literally
That's a
just
dangerous rhetoric. Speaking of the topic.
look dangerous.
There you go.
No, seriously. All I had asked was, I said, would you leave your man if you found out later on he proposed to you with a fake ring?
Ooh.
And they was like, I'm not gonna leave, but I'm gonna be upset that he lied. And I'm like, is it really a lie though? You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, how is it a lie if I sit up here and surprise you with a ring? Like I'm like, hold on, where is the lie? It's I said, would you say it's more of you having expectations of it being real? She's like, of course, why would I expected him to give me a fake ring? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
It's a surprise. That's a surprise on a surprise. Ain't that?
She's like, either way, it's lying. It's dishonest. I was like, okay,
I never told you it was real.
that part. She was like, you could have
That's
just
what they be
told
calling that
me.
what they call that lie. And I don't believe in that. That's fake to me. I don't believe in no what they call it. Lie. Uh, lie. What the freak is it called? They call
La
it
Olla.
like, nah, it's they call it the when you holding back something from saying something.
Not being secretive, but just don't feel the need to tell. Just don't
They,
feel the need to tell.
yeah, they call that lie something.
They try to say it's withholding information or
hmm Yeah, I don't believe in that though, but because I just believe a lie is a lie, and if you didn't say nothing, nobody's entitled to whatever. It's whatever that you ask them. That's me on my end though. Oh, dang! I almost thought about the word. It's called lie. It start with a C. I
you
think
you
lie.
you 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 made me
Omission. Oh, lie on omission. Something like that. Something like that. I think it's what it's called. Lie on
because we
omission.
had a topic about that, talking about is it that because I didn't tell you that doesn't mean I didn't lie to you. You
Right,
just
right, right,
didn't you didn't ask.
right. Exactly. That's why. Oh, lie. It is called lie under omission or something like that. Lie on omission. Good luck, Sadari. The deal, Sadari. I be seeing her in some toxic
Sorry.
lives, boy. No, not to follow her.
Oh,
Oh my. Good luck, Sadari.
she's cool. I like her. Like she stand on business. So, what makes a
You
person
be in them
rhetoric?
them lies that be telling on them gossip type lies I was catching. Did you hear about? Did you hear about? I heard about. I heard about. I'm like, okay,
You
time to
got all
go.
the information. Some people be having so much tea on some people's lives on here. I be like, dang, you got
Oh
all of
my.
that.
And ain't got no tea in a real life. I never understood that though, but whatever. I just be dodging stuff like that too. Maybe because I just ain't
So
interested in it
don't
no
do
more.
me, okay?
Oh,
Don't do you.
Don't do me.
I can't unsee what I seen. You feel me?
I'm just saying, like, I was just in another live and I was on a panel, and I fucks with Diamond, and she had a gala this weekend, and you
Oh
got
yeah.
so many people, like, the activities that they had before the gala and after the gala. Oh, I
hmm
think that this person should have been fighting because they've been beefing, and I had to jump on the panel like, do you bitches fight for real?
hmm
Like, I can't get it. I don't understand it. Like, and that's why I be on the messy side of TikTok because we putting these bitches like in a place. Like, y'all just talk. You want to sit here and argue on the internet? I don't do that. I literally come on here for shits and giggles.
mm
Like literally. Like now, if we having a discussion about a topic and things get heated, that's one thing. But you talking about my kids? You talking about this? You talking about? Bitch, I want to see you for real, and I ain't waiting to no event. What's your address? Meet me halfway.
hmm
So a
That
lot
sounds
of
like some spots you need to dodge. Ain't nobody getting me that mad on here.
that's what I'm saying. I don't. I literally come on this app for shits and giggles, like for real, for real. Like I like to go into lives where you can have like healthy conversations. But lately, I've been seeing that people want you to pay to get on a panel. I stay away from those lives. I'm not paying you to get on no goddamn panel to talk about what
Right. I better be getting paid when I get off that thing.
a topic dogging women. Oh no, I'm good. So you want me to pay you $5 to get on your panel, but somebody can pay you $25 to drop me, and I'm supposed to pay you $50 to come back
hmm
and pay you another $5? Man, listen, I'm good. How you been though?
Hey, Moss, you said I've been all right, man. Just trying to stay out of them areas. Otherwise, shoot, I actually that's how much yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I have been getting rid of a lot of people that been on that stuff though, or that people that's just always into like drama and stuff. I just ain't got time for all that because I am trying to become better. All that stuff don't do nothing for me no more. None of that stuff do nothing for me. Maybe when I was a little younger, maybe, or not younger. I can't even say younger. I just realized how some of that stuff affect me. That's why I'm gonna be trying to go on, because I used to do this thing, trying to go on opposition lives on purpose just to see if I can, control myself a little bit because I knew how they was gonna be, and also to see if I can win somebody over in the midst of it that might hear me in the midst, I guess. But that joke was more toxic than anything. I couldn't even do it. And then they just having fun. They having more fun degrading you and insulting you than actually trying to understand what you're saying. So I said, I'm not about to do all that.
You know what I'm more worried about? Donald
What's it,
Trump.
Mika?
Donald Trump talking about we eating pets. Right?
The what? What's the deal, Sean?
That's what I'm more upset about. If I'm not upset about this little TikTok bullshit, I want to know why this man saying we eating pets.
I ain't worried about that.
Nah,
And people say anything.
they really out there in them other places eating them animals, eating their own animals. It's just like the lady who sat up here and went viral for eating her own cat. He ain't lying.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because I ain't eating no. I mean, I may eat chicken and fish because I could cold turkey.
Hello, Mika.
In Europe, they cooking dogs, literally.
Yeah, so those are places I won't be. You know, I'm just saying. And I just be like, I'm just mad about other shit. Like, I was reading today about this whole Diddy situation, and I'm like, man, just give him the numbers. Just the judge need to give him 700 months and call it a day.
If man already eating. They eating the cat. They eating the dogs.
All
They done
my
made the song out there,
I
Chuck.
promise you, that's all my husband been saying
Eat the
the
cat.
whole time. I said, why you
Eat the
keep on
cat.
saying that?
And
I
it's
know
funny.
that's people's favorite part on that one.
Eat the cat.
Eat the
Eat the
cat.
cat.
Right. Eating the dogs. They're eating the cat. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
I ain't
They
gonna
about to
lie.
make that freaky to the mug now.
So hilarious.
That's gonna be at the club now.
Hearing
They're
it roll
eating the
off,
dogs.
I think hearing it off certain people's tongue, it just be sounding so hilarious. Cause
Oh my.
that's too funny.
They're
That
eating
is sketchy.
they're eating the cats.
Right. Eat the cat. Eat the cat.
Imagine,
So you have been swallowed.
imagine the YT people. Oh my god,
Overwhelming. Right.
Eating the cats. Yo, y'all is crazy.
they eating their pets. Oh my god.
That's crazy. That'd be literal hot dog.
Man, listen, I can't
Hey,
tell.
when you hungry, you ain't no telling what you'll do.
Hey, that's true. That's true. People ain't been that type of hungry yet. That's when you know you poor.
I pray I don't
Now
get that.
that's poor.
I pray I don't get that
That's
type
when you need to manifest, okay, and do a lot of.
Go be manifest.
You need to do a lot of festing, okay.
One of my followers told me during Thanksgiving she make
My
raccoon.
husband be eating the cat. This nasty. She over there messing with a main thing too over there.
She said she eat raccoon soup. I said, baby, you can't pay me to eat no raccoon. What
Dang,
what
did I give myself by mistake? Oops.
what type of meat is that?
That's what she said.
You know what, Kev?
Could let that one slide. Because they're eating the dogs. It's like, nah. Oh, man.
I just been, trying to. I don't know. Did anybody update their iPhone to this OS 18? Is it even safe on my phone?
Nobody talking, nah. That's too bougie for me. I'm an Android. You know, my simple life. My simple life, All right. Let's see, so quick. What was we just talking about? I forgot what we was talking about.
I'm about to
Oh,
go to.
I gotta see. Well, I'm gonna check it out on my backup page because I guess I'm gonna be online. But at 8 o'clock, my sis, just the girl, she about to be teaming up with Chevy and that other girl too. I forgot her name though, but I know both of them. I've actually been following both of them because they they faces be all on this internet. They tell you know them. When it comes to women holding women accountable, boy, we need them. We need them. You know what I'm saying? We need them. We need them.
All right,
So
y'all.
nobody else can do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to
Women are tired of men talking about women.
Exactly.
They like,
They
what
tired.
is
No,
y'all
they just
talking
being
about?
tired of being talked about in general. Ain't nobody. That's all there. Unless you uplifting them, you know, saying how powerful they is or all that. You
I
said
took to y'all
Jack going
later.
yeah, she going. It say I seen it on her YouTube and on her page. They going live today at 8 o'clock. It's gonna be her. It's gonna be Chevy, and it's gonna be. I gotta remember the other girl. Y'all seen both of
You
they
said
all their
Jaguar,
faces though,
right?
huh?
You said Jaguar, right?
Jag. No, her name is just a girl.
Oh. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I got class at 7 o'clock.
For sure. For sure. For sure. For sure. Appreciate you.
All
Where that
right.
Talk to you later, main thing.
Have a great
man?
day at class.
Nah, I'll try, girl. I'm tired of. I'm
And you
over.
better watch your head.
Like, as soon as I want to walk in, I want to leave.
Have a great clay in class, and you better not be eating the dogs and eating.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I had to give one. He
Wait
said,
a minute.
"Eat the cat. Eat the cat."
I ain't eating no dogs. I ain't eating no. I'm definitely not eating no cats. Damn.
They're
Now I'm
eating
gonna
the dog.
know about fish now, cause oh no. You know what, Kev? You know
So,
what? Forget you for real. Cause why would you even say that to me? That don't even sound pleasant.
it do you right about that. Eat the cat. Eat.
Bye.
All right. Oh, this her name. This they names. So tonight is gonna be just a girl, and it's gonna be life in the Ashling LLC. I know y'all seen her before though. And then Chevy, which her face, I've been seeing her face like crazy on Instagram. Let me see. I don't know if y'all see. I'm gonna show y'all who they is. So y'all seen this girl before? Dang man, I forgot I got my
I know
camera on.
I follow just a girl, and I think I follow.
Yeah, that's my sis. That's my sis.
I
Let me
follow.
show y'all how they look though. All right.
You be in K's live.
I don't be over there. All right. You seen her before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she gonna be over there. Yeah, cause I'm about to say most of them girls, they face been on all around the internet. And Chevy, let me show y'all Chevy. She another one, another big content creator. You been seeing her face?
Yeah, I seen her.
Yep.
I watch her
All them
too.
about to team up tonight. And you know,
Okay.
just a girl,
Mm.
just a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just show the face, cause she been ever since,
Yeah,
you know,
she be
just
making.
yeah. So all three of them tonight, boy.
They be
It's
posting.
gonna
They
be
be
more than
talking about
eating the
just
dogs and eating the.
They be talking about just the girl. They do not like her.
They don't like her, and that's why she gonna continue getting bigger and bigger. The more they don't like her, we already know. We already know. Let me get my topic going, man. For the topic ain't Kev. The topic ain't Kev. I should say the topic is eating the dogs. I should make that a topic though. Are they really eating the dogs and eating the cat? Nah, they just eating the cat. All right, there we go. We back. It's okay. I'm here for yeah. I'm gonna go in there and look at my backup, but I'm gonna still be live though. Got to get my stuff going. But I got to see what that little lie. I see what that little lie. That's gonna be that lie probably gonna be at 3,000.
Dan didn't trying to get Dan.
Right, I was just about to say but yeah, but that's gonna be the fastest banana ever.
Yeah, they go like, oh
They
my
like, oh,
god,
three of them together. Let's
not
hit.
not a
They
whole
gonna be
group of women accountabilities.
right. They cough wrong. It's over. Oh, misogyny. That cough look.
And then they
Do
gonna
you
start
really
attacking
do you
them.
really want to answer that? What What? Oh, I
What they
forgot
gonna
what I
start
done
telling
said.
them? I hope they pick you, sis. I hope they pick you.
Oh, you already know. And all of them married. Lord forbid a woman hold another woman accountable. You already know. They're gonna be eating that. So let me stop. All right, I'm done. I gotta get this thing away.
I'm telling you, addicted.
Man.
Yeah, I want to tune into that too, cause I was like, yeah,
For sure. I'm about to see if I can. Dang.
it's about to be something hot.
It's about to be a what?
A
Girl,
girl
bye.
fight.
Right. They gonna be in there throwing the balls for real.
Mm-hmm.
They about to throw them
They're gonna be like,
balls.
you are wrong.
They about to swing them down. Sorry, no, that's all it's gonna be. They ain't gonna be able to, boy. How they gonna be able to handle all three, boy? Whew. Feel bad. And if all three of them up there, they should all do like a co-host or something.
Mm.
Hmm. Or should they? Should they go on a panel? I wonder who panel they decided to go under. Interesting.
Probably the girl, just a girl.
They should. She got the
Shit.
smallest following. They should go help her. You know.
But that's good. Shit. I'm gonna tune in
Boy.
with my popcorn.
You like,
We're
they
gonna
go
see
like
how
F
this
y'all, F
goes.
y'all, F y'all.
Be in the comments talking crazy.
Going berserk. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. That's gonna be the oh my. Whew. Boy.
I can feel the tension now.
Right, I'm feeling it already. I'm sweating just already. Oh, no, I forgot my AC off. That's what it was. All right,
But yeah, so let's get to this topic.
let's get to it.
Y'all come up because y'all can join in.
Yeah, right. They being scary down there. They said, "Let me comment down there for a minute." I think what you gonna think she at work.
That's
Not her
okay.
booting. Not her just inviting people up.
Yeah.
She gonna force them up. Y'all better run or y'all gonna be eating the dogs.
Don't ever bully me up here.
Oh.
She did though. I seen her push and the shove too. I seen it too.
So yeah, we gonna get y'all up in here.
Mm-hmm.
And just gonna be walking and stalking.
It is a good topic for sure tonight.
Oh, I got a whole list for y'all, and I appreciate you. I might have to run this one back too next week, but I got a whole list. Boy, let me give y'all. I'll give y'all the updates, a little something, just because it's a slow room right now at the moment. Let me show y'all what the list of topics I got going on.
Y'all the secret sauce.
The secret sauce, so don't tell nobody. Don't tell nobody. It's like that. So the next topic is going to be they're eating the dogs. They're eating.
I was about to write it down. That's not it.
She's writing it down. She said, "I'm writing it down." They're eating the dead dog. I should have said it in a whole different type of. They're eating the dog. They're eating their cat.
They like the
Oh
cat
man,
and dog.
what the heck? It ain't let me scroll. I must not want me to tell it this time. Oh, there you go. There you go. Okay.
Cassie, you better come
So
back.
here we go. So this one is this the Reddit one. We doing that first now. You got bullied too. She done bullied all the people that's working up here. The next one. Ooh, is that the one I wanted to do? No, that's the one I'm gonna do Friday. My bad. I can't say that one yet. So tomorrow, I'm thinking about should I do that one? Yeah, because I'm gonna hype it down a little bit because this one is deep. So tomorrow I'm doing a gratitude. So the topic is gratitude checklist. What are you grateful for? What would you like to achieve in life and why? What's the difference between grateful and appreciative? Who and what are you appreciated by? And what and or who do you appreciate? What are you entitled to, and what have you done to be entitled to it? That's tomorrow's.
I'm
Then
about to come and steal your brain.
uh oh, not the brain. All right, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow Thursday. All right, Friday. Friday we're doing Oh, Friday. This the one I want to do. Friday. I feel like this the one I came up with in an altar room. Do you believe men rush to peace and women rush to happiness? What is peace? How do you keep it? What should you keep? What should you sweep under the rug, and when should you address the problem? What are things men are not satisfied with women, and women are not satisfied with men? And then what are the signs of projection? You know how I set that one up? What's up? I see oh she was you done bullied
Oh,
Taj, you bullied Taj up here? I don't think I remember. She don't get my somebody just dropped. I don't know who that was. But and then because I feel like with that topic somebody gonna be projecting, I already set the last question up for him. What are signs of projection? That's the last one on that's Friday. So all right, and then Saturday. Oh, Saturday. Dang. Dang, maybe I did have a bunch of dang. Oh yeah, Saturday. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. The people that don't get along with their parents usually have a hard time getting along with others. Others. Oops. Agree. Question mark. Is there a general way to properly love people? What are signs people are coping with their pain, hurt, and trauma? Can therapy work with a stubborn person? Breaking a family curse. What does that mean to you? Mhm. And then I got another one for the one I was talking about on Sunday, but I got to ask some more questions on there. So the topic is going to be why tell people to have fun in their 20s. Do you believe most of these older folks are miserable because they did or didn't have fun in their 20s? And then that's when the other question came up with should kids have a boyfriend or girlfriend before 18? But I got to think of some more questions for this one. That's for Sunday. So you got the little sneak peek of it. She over there jotting that boy down. Look at that. She got the teacup on. Stop stealing my
mind,
stuff. I see.
mind your business, Cat. Mind your business.
She's stealing over this. Like,
Putting in my secret
she said,
notebook.
I got
I said,
this.
hold on.
At least put my name, put at the tiny edge of the corner and say, inspired by Cat. Please
Not
do that.
inspired.
And also put on the other left side, eating the dogs and eating the cats.
Sponsored
Ah,
by
man.
Kev.
All right, so we good now. So y'all got the update on what I got. Y'all got the update. All right, so here we go. Let's get it. I'll go ahead and warm it up for the get more people out here. So I ain't gonna answer that first one. I just want to see what everybody is. Oh, now matter of fact, I can real quick. I'll do a little bit because I can add more. So the first one, get out that teacup. Now see what you're doing over there. Say no. So what makes a person rhetoric dangerous? So when I came up with this, because I hear so many people that do have dangerous rhetorics saying that other people's rhetorics are dangerous. So I do want to see. I want to see from both sides. Well, it seems like it's just two sides on this thing, which I notice. The far left people. No, it's three sides. It's three sides, right? You got the far left people, you got the far right people, and then you got the people that's in the middle a little bit. You feel me? So I noticed that all three of them have this thing where they say you have a dangerous rhetoric. I think I heard that word more times on TikTok than life. I don't think I've ever heard it in real life. So I want to know what makes a person. So I would say me myself when it counters with when it to me when it go against God. That's one. I gotta make that number one right there. When it go against righteousness for what I believe is righteousness, that's what makes it dangerous. Also, if it affects people's lives. So if it's I feel like dangerous rhetoric it can be people that use anecdotal stories or anecdotal experiences and try to get majority of people to follow it. I think that's dangerous. Like people like, oh, that here go one right here saying like, oh, love at first sight and all that other stuff, right? And people end up falling for that junk, and that's why they got knocked up and all this other thing and whatever. So I think that's dangerous because everybody gonna believe that they're gonna have that love at first sight. I don't believe that stuff, you know. So we got to stop pushing that stuff out. Looking at Cinderella life and all that. I think people been messing up like crazy with that one. You know, telling people that Disney messed people up. You know, kiss a frog. People been trying to kiss frogs like crazy. That's, people been trying to kiss frogs like crazy. That's one right there. Or when women try to turn thugs into good guys. Nope, you can't kiss the frog. So that's another one. I could think of some more. But yeah, I think when it counters life, when it get people to when it's, and that's what kind of when I say the statistics thing, right? When you telling people like, hey, you can smoke cigarettes, or like the topic I'm gonna have Sundays, telling people that you can have fun in your 20s. I think that's dangerous. You know, I don't know. I was listening to one of my homies in the room, and it's like I was like, dang, ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that. I guess they were just uplifting that. I'm like, nah, I'm not. I said, I ain't pushing that, though. I think that's a problem when people say that. Well, 20s is when you supposed to have fun. But all them single, everybody that be saying that just be single on here. They pushing stuff out like that. They single, mad, and all this other stuff. It's like you must ain't have enough fun or something. I don't know, but I can't wait to. That's the topic I'm gonna do Sunday. Because that's gonna be the same one with the Do you think kids can should kids date? That's the one I'm
I
throwing that
can't
question
wait.
on there. Cause I knew I was doing that question. That's why I made it. I actually had it on my mind, so I said I made that a question I did for today too for my my post. I just want to see what people felt on that one. But yeah, what y'all got, man? I don't want to say too many. I'm gonna say something for later.
So what makes a person rhetoric dangerous? I think what makes it dangerous is if it's influenced somebody to do a wrong, if it's not giving them a great outcome.
All right, Sean.
To where, meaning you got people out here who have misleading arguments, or you know, it's like and it's like, okay, so a person's rhetoric dangerous.
I
I
gotta turn
think a
this AC
person's
on.
whose rhetoric, so a dangerous rhetoric would be telling women, "Oh, you got all the time in the world." Making them believe that they got all the time in the world to have kids. That's a dangerous rhetoric.
This gold right there. I like that one.
And it's like you would think that, oh, some women believe like, oh, that's not dangerous. That's actually good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because at the end of the day, I do have all the time in the world. Why do I need to rush? And it's like, hold on. Reality is you have a certain amount of time in this world to do certain things. You don't have a lifetime to do those things. You get what I'm saying? So, or it's like it's dangerous to sit up here and tell your daughter, oh yeah, every guy out here in the world is a gentleman. He's gonna be a great gentleman. He's gonna be a great husband. That's dangerous. Cause we know that every man ain't a good man. And that every man ain't a gentleman. You get what I'm saying? So where you would just automatically believe, oh, he's supposed to pull out chairs, open doors. He's supposed to sit up here and just be this good guy to me. And it's like, hold on, who told you this? um Supposed to. So I just think yes, we got a lot of dangerous rhetorics out there that could be misleading, deceiving, or put a person in a headspace to where they think it's right and it's really not right to think. You're going to have the same outcomes or the same way of living as somebody else. So yeah, Sean, you can go ahead. Oh, he said give him 5. Um, yeah. So do I move to the next question, Kev? Or do Kev want to go? Kev third page.
Hey, give me 1 second. I'll be in there.
Here's another clip from Trump last
Okay. Could y'all like and share the live, please? Share it to a friend and another friend just to help my brother Kev out. You know, get some more people over here to discuss this, to discuss these great topics. Please, all you gotta do is hold his screen. You'll see a whole bunch of people gonna start popping up to where you can send them the live that way, or you could easily hit the button at the bottom to share it. And yeah, you can gift the panel if you choose, or give Kev, because he is the host, of course. He's not tripping off Cash App, but everything is, you're more than welcome to, send anything if you choose to. Also, when you do send us gifts, send the exclusive hearts so his page could get some more notice, and hashtag FYP so he can be one of the top pages on the For You page, okay? But yeah, we're going to get back to this lovely topic. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Yes. Y'all see what Kev did? Hashtag FYP. That's all you gotta do. Hashtag.
I don't know if that was me. Oh, all right. I know my AC going. Don't worry about it, y'all. All right, let's get it. So we gonna come back to that one for when Sean get done with his 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right, let's get it. Now the next one: cussing somebody out or fighting someone that hurts your feelings. How does that make you better than the person that caused it? I'm over here reading it all wrong. Dang. I wonder that.
It doesn't.
Go ahead and break it down. See what you
So
got. I'm gonna go
cussing
next.
someone out or fighting someone that hurts your feelings, how does that make you feel better than the person that caused it? Okay, it doesn't make you feel better. I think when somebody hurts you and you retaliate out of hurt, you're gonna feel more like shit at the end of the day, because you had a lot of people don't feel good when somebody can't have control to get them out of character. You get what I'm saying? So it'll put them in a headspace like, dang, I wish I would never have reacted like that. I wish I would have, had a different approach where that person couldn't really make me be fazed by what they did or what they said. You get what I'm saying? I should have had more self-control over myself. I think people who sit up here and get hurt and you retaliate, it also make you put you in a headspace of like you just really wish that you could have shown a person I want to say show a person who you could have been to them, far as like I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't. Well, I'm gonna just simply say this: don't let somebody who sit up here and hurt you make you do something to them to where now you feel like, oh, I'm a shitty person because I sat up here and I done put my hands on you, and now you in the hospital. Now I'm regretting putting you in the hospital just because off of my anger. And now I gotta sit up here and still watch your family cry, or tell me how wrong I am. And I think some things just eat away at certain people after a while, because they realize that they really deep down inside they want to be good. They feel like they are a good person. So it's like, those people who be like, I've been good, always been good to people. I never do no one wrong. You get what I'm saying? It'd be those people to sit up here and say it was my you took me there. You took me there. And it's like a part of them feel like you deserved it, but a part of them feel shitty that they had to take that route to prove their point, if that makes sense. Like,
Okay. Let me do this. I just thought aloud. All right. Nice. I like that one. Turn this thing. I know it was loud, but I gotta get cool. I got to get cool. All right. So with this one, is Sean back? Sean back, huh?
Yeah.
You got some catching up to do, my brother.
Hey, you hear me? I got my
Oh my, he
earpiece.
got 2 bars. He came back strong. Oh, 1 bar. Oh my gosh. Whew. They can't hear you, Sean. Don't crash the high-low, man. Get to a safe space.
All right, what about
Uh, talk.
you hear me now?
He said TikTok and fork looking at the same time. He wild. Dang, yeah, you in a deep part of that warehouse, my boy. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. I want you safe, man. Wait till you find you a good spot. Yeah, because that 1 bar is only jumping from 1 to 2.
I'm good now. I'm good.
Well, the luck is good.
You can hear
That
me?
dude, no, you didn't just run outside.
Hell nah, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
I be hiding in this motherfucker. I try to go into the deep part and hide, but I got my earpiece in right now, so I got a couple minutes, then I'm gonna go.
Wherever you was hiding at, that joke wasn't cool.
All right, what we on? We on the first one?
First and then the first
Okay.
prompt.
What makes a person rhetoric dangerous? My answer gonna be a little different now because I'm going through a different change right now. I'm going through a different season, and uh, I think what makes someone rhetoric dangerous is it doesn't have to apply to everyone to make it dangerous. It just has to affect me, or I believe it affects me personally. Uh, Once again, this is my favorite word. I believe that dangerous. Uh, I believe everything is subjective at this point. What's dangerous rhetoric to you may not be dangerous rhetoric to me. Rhetoric to me, and what I can explain that from this TikToker, where a lot of men don't like him, and they think that his his message is like it's dangerous, right? They believe his rhetoric is dangerous. Uh, I don't believe that overall his rhetoric is dangerous. Do I agree with 100% everything someone say? Hell no. But then again, I could be biased because I have daughters. I have all daughters, right? So I could be biased in my assessment. So what may be dangerous to one person just may not be dangerous to me as far as the rhetoric. So it's kind of hard for me to. I'm normally not speechless when it comes to explaining myself, but this kind of like that's a good question. I don't really know how to answer that one 100%. Right now, I'm just half-assing it because I don't really know what makes someone rhetoric dangerous at this point. Uh, what's the other one? Cussing someone out or fighting someone that hurts your feelings. How does that make you better? Uh, When you say fighting, you mean like the physical or just conversation? Like, okay, just. Uh,
Fighting? Yep.
I would say that I'm gonna give you 2 different time periods. When I was younger and I didn't know how to control my emotions, Fighting someone that done me wrong or hurt my feelings, it made me feel good. That inflicting violence on someone that disrespected me or made me feel a certain way, at that moment it felt good because I didn't know how to express my emotions without getting physical or turning to violence. Now at the age of 39, uh, I don't see the point in fighting someone if they don't physically touch you. Uh, no words could get me. Nah, let me take it back a little bit. I grew up and hear people say sticks and stone may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That was the biggest lie they ever told me because words be hurting like a motherfucker. Words be hurting like a motherfucker. So uh,
That's true.
now I understand that if someone say something to me that's hurtful, that I deem as hurtful, uh, I think the mindset I have now, I kind of like to be like, you know what? I don't want to be too judgmental because I don't know where that person is at in their walk of life or in their journey or pursuit of happiness. I don't know where they're at, and I I used to be like hard on people, but now I'm kind of like getting to the point where I don't really know where people are at in their life right now. So uh, being hard on someone where they really don't need that at the moment could be very bad for that person. So I kind of like give a lot of people grace these days. I guess I'm becoming more understanding
Okay.
and uh, I told my wife, yeah, I
Compassionate,
told my wife
compassionate.
that I feel like I'm becoming soft, and she's like, "What the hell you mean soft?"
I literally just
about
said that last week. I said that
about
literally
what?
last week. That's funny. Well, exactly what you just said. I said I feel like I'm getting softer or something now, or I'm having more. I said I'm still direct. I'm very direct, but it's just like the fact when you just know. And that's why I just literally made a topic. I mean, I made a post a couple days ago. I said, "Dang, the more I start understanding, the more I
Yes.
start feeling sad for
Okay,
people and stuff."
that's the journey that I'm on
Yeah.
right now. The exact same thing you talking about is if like when I hear people talk, like okay, a lot of times let's go back to hurting feelings, right? Because I believe uh, it used to be a point where if a man said something that hurt my feelings, I knew how to handle that, right? And it always, for the most part, that ended up in violence. But if a woman said something to me that was hurtful, I wasn't taught or brought up to learn to handle that. So with me, I'm just at a point now where if you say something and for some people can say some shit even on TikTok, it don't hurt my feelings, but I be feeling sad for people like damn, like okay. And then it give you a more understanding. Like I heard somebody today, probably like 30 minutes ago, they was on a live and they said that if women think, is it wrong for a woman to think that she's superior than a man? And everybody was like, the person was like hesitating a little bit, right? And all the dudes was like, see, it should be easy for her to answer that. And I wrote a comment to her. I was like, you know what? I say, damn, that's an easy question. And she was like, actually, it's not. And I was like, okay, this shit ain't making no sense. Like this bias shit that I'm talking about. And then I sat back and just heard her explain her answer, and she kind of fucked me up with her answer. She said that it'd be justified. And I say, I'm thinking like how? And then she explained, don't black people think that we are superior to white people? And if someone for us to think that, she's saying it's justified because look at the shit that they done to us. So you could justify that. I never thought about it that way. So I think a lot of times I just have more. Instead of hearing, I'm gonna go ahead and land right quick because I'm going long to the motherfucker. Uh, I'd rather hear people.
That's what she said.
Hey man, I'm here laughing. I'm in a corner hiding this shit, but you gonna give me a trip. Hey, but I think now I'm at a point where uh, when I hear someone say something, instead of judging them based upon what they said, I give people a chance to explain what they meant because what they said is probably not what they meant. I just interpreted wrong. So I give people a chance to explain what they meant because what they meant probably totally different than what I took from it.
Yep, that's grown, man. That's grown. That's crazy how he's saying that. That's literally, man. Let me be the only one to grow, man. I literally just said that last week. That's some crazy stuff. Cause it's like it's kind of hard for me to stay mad at people like that though. Like now that I be knowing better, I just see the struggle and what people got to do to freaking. I mean, I even look, even some of the topics be just I can see the hurt through the topics. That's funny because that's one of my
Hey,
questions on here. What does a hurt advice look like? But even with some of the topics, I'm like, man, this person, that's
hold on, I actually
crazy.
agree with you now, Kev.
It's like, dang, why even match their energy for? Like, why get mad at them? I guess that's their
Hey,
escape.
I
That's their
actually agree with
escape.
you on something real quick. Uh, said I don't believe you. You be judging me. Yeah, no, hold on. Don't get me wrong. I judge like a motherfucker. Yeah, that ain't gonna ever disappear.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pass
Facts.
judgment. Like I can't condemn you and send you to jail or prison, wherever it may be. But I could judge. Uh, I think that's a good thing sometimes to judge. Sometimes judging someone could save your life. Uh, so I see no wrong with that.
Amen.
But it was that love unconditionally, right? Uh, I changed my mind on that now. I agree with you. And the reason why is me and my wife, I'm gonna tell you, me and my wife
What?
have this we call it check-in Mondays. We check in instead of letting shit build up, we like to have a check-in on Mondays about what things I could do to improve, what things she could do to improve, and don't let stuff build up and we damn near don't want to talk. So she said, you know what I noticed about you? You kind of changed the way you think a little bit. I said, what you mean? I always used to tell my wife that I'm a reflection of what's in front of me. Basically saying is, however you treat me, I'm gonna treat you. And that's with anybody, not just the marriage, that's just with anybody. And she said, I always used to tell you that tells a lot about who you are instead of the other person. She said, why would you change who you are based upon how someone is treating you? That means that they have the power to change your feelings and to dictate. So she said, I noticed that even when you pissed off at me, uh, you're not less affectionate. She said you more affectionate. And I didn't even know that I was doing that shit. Like it just like let me see how I can put it. I don't believe now, because you said it before, I don't believe that if someone treats you a certain way, it's it's different from you walking away from that person and not being harmful to them, and you just be like, you know what, I'm gone. I'm gonna leave your ass alone. Compared to you start giving them the same treatment that they're giving you, I think it tells a lot about who you are as a person and how if someone have the influence to change who you are, that shows that you really don't have the confidence like in who you really are. So I changed my mind on that. So I'm with you on that page.
I'm rubbing off on Shy. I knew he was gonna laugh. No, but that's funny because that's two things you just said. Because like literally, I just find it ironic that you said that about the feeling sad thing or whatever. Because I literally if you just look at my post I made a couple days ago, I literally just mentioned that because I've been feeling that way. You know what I'm saying about that situation. And the fact you just mentioned that today, I was like, dang, that's crazy. I'm the same because I noticed like the more I am building understanding and trying to avoid so many different things and really caring about people, it's like, dang. And honestly, like I said, we can say whatever soft or whatever you want to call it, right? But I'm still I'm still direct. I'm still direct, but I can still feel for you after I done got mad at you type situation. That's what I'm saying. Cause I mean, even on these lives and stuff, I still tell people I love them. You know what I'm saying? Cause I do really love people. I love everybody, man. I think it only happened because of my connection with God. I would say that too. People would just get burnt out when they hear that word. But that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no hatred. Life be happening. I know life hit everybody different ways, and I see that's how people got to express themselves. But it's just like I don't want to express myself a terrible way, and everybody want to act like that's the only way. But I mean, all I can do is try to stay away from situations like about that and pray for them. But I'm not about to be around to wait for y'all to, what you call it. But, but yeah, that's all. That's crazy. That's wonderful. What you got, the greats? What's up, man?
Why
You better not be starting no trouble.
On this app. It's fun.
Oh man.
I wanted to come up here and talk Mr. Sean, but he want to go back to work. Yeah,
he doing a good thing right
now. Which one are y'all on?
Just the first two. So the topic question
so what
and the
makes
first
a person's
prompt.
rhetoric dangerous, and explain why. I think what makes a person's rhetoric dangerous is when they're speaking to a topic they don't know what the hell they're talking about, or two, because you can I don't know. I just think it's stupid. Maybe not dangerous. I think that's just stupid. Dangerous. Maybe when you're speaking out against right. And you're speaking to a bunch of sheep. Like, I think people don't realize how sheepish people are in this world. Okay, like they'll listen and eat up anything salacious. Like, you go out there and you spread. It's just like a game of telephone. I think that can be dangerous, especially when you're talking about someone and someone's life. That's why some of these people end up getting doxxed and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, so I think that rhetoric, I think that can be dangerous. And if it is like, and what I mean by against right, I mean, like, if you know that what you're saying is inciting violence on a marginalized group, I think that's dangerous as well. But that's it. That's all I can. I think people call a lot of stuff dangerous on this app, and you'd be like, shut the hell up. Like, how is that really dangerous? Now,
Right.
you may not agree, and that's cool. Don't agree, and then state your reasons as to why you don't agree. But I think, when people say that, 9 times out of 10 it's stupid, in my opinion. Cussing someone out or fighting someone that hurts your feelings, how does that make you better than the person that caused it? It doesn't make you feel, it doesn't make you a better person, but it damn sure feel good. I'll cuss somebody out in a second if I feel like it. Now, I know somebody might say, hey, that's not very ladylike, or that's not very mature. And what I'd say to that is, you're right. And I never claim to be mature all the time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it makes you better, but I definitely understand cussing somebody out sometimes. Sometimes saying stuff nice it's not effective. It's not. Sometimes the F word needs to, that puts that extra umph in what you're talking about. And I think it's needed. Fighting, nah, not so much, especially when you have something to lose. And especially if you're going against somebody who doesn't have anything to lose. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that's my point. That's my opinion. What you got for me? You see how quick that
Got
was,
nothing.
Sean? Take notes. Shots fired. No, I'm just
Ooh.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm at
Pew,
work,
pew,
man.
pew,
This
pew,
is
pew,
your
pew, pew, pew,
harassment.
pew.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me fix
So
this
I
one.
would.
TikTok, this woman is harassing me.
Yeah, you heard what I said. No, I'm just
Right.
kidding.
Now she about to get brownie. She gonna get more followers. It's gonna be the opposite way. You see, you know how the world works. They say we love it, do it. Say it the opposite way. You done. Somebody pulling up at your house already. Let me see. Let me do that. Let me try that. Cussing somebody out one right here. All right. So cussing somebody out or fighting with someone. So the reason why I came up with this one is because a lot of people, the same ones that be talking about, this is a dangerous rhetoric, don't open your mouth and this happens and all that stuff, they be the same exact ones that you see even insulting people or cussing them out or just enjoying that stuff, like, or trying to fight people, pull up on people, all the other stuff, and it's like, you can't claim that but some people, I guess they rather say, "Oh, I never said I was a good person." And why you in here? You know what I'm saying? Why? I think another question it'd be like, why listen to so-called not good people with they, advice? That's crazy. Cause it's like I be even thinking like, this stuff like this, right? People be saying I'm using this app for entertainment. I'm using it for all that. Why is y'all giving advice for? So just be entertained. Like, I don't get it. Come on here, listen to some music or something like that. But I think people's entertainment nowadays is being either sabotaging, and that's like some, I don't know, I don't like to say that, but it's like some devilish type stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not calling people devil, right? But I'm just saying, it's like some devilish stuff, like especially when you see some positive stuff going on that you just purposely come in there like, ooh, let me see if I can F this up type situation like that. What the heck is going on with your life that bad that you have to do that? It's just crazy though. So I do
shots
think,
being fired at me. I'm just kidding.
Dang, she said. I said, whoever feeling in the good, I guess.
I felt that one.
Dang. That means you got to change. When you feeling in the good, that means you have to change.
I don't feel like I need to change because I want to answer you. That's the why.
That's cool.
Yeah, I wanted to answer the why. You said, why do people come in and it might be positive and then they come in trolling? It's fun. It's fun. It really is.
Go ahead.
Does that mean that something's going on in my life? No, that just means that I have a morbid sense of humor. I find humor in jokes. And if I see an end, I'm gonna take it, especially on the app, you know? Now, if it's a serious conversation, I think it's different than a serious conversation. But if it's a panel and everybody agreeing, I do like throwing in a little razzle dazzle at times. That's funny. It's funny.
What's your purpose?
I think
what make it fun
funny.
too?
It's not. And that's the part. It's funny to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm that middle child that like to poke people.
It's something deep behind that though. It's something deep behind that, but because funny, you would just be come up here cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you want to be a comedian, you can go. But you said you pick panels that's probably basically on one accord, and you say you It's always a deep rooted reason why people do that stuff. I can't diagnose nothing, but I'm just saying, like, it's always a deep reason because you said stuff like that is fun, right? When you see, they over there kumbaya in there. Let me go ahead and throw this in there. So it's always a reason why
sometimes
people do that.
It could be a good reason. It could like spark a thought. If everybody in the room have the same thought process and they not saying anything different in the echo chamber, you can provoke thought. You could say something out of the blue that's not what everyone is saying on a panel, but then maybe it could change like a spark or a thought in somebody's mind, like, okay, that's something different. So if you're just saying the same thing, then I feel like every now and then I'll do that.
I do that too. I feel you on that.
What do you mean?
I feel you on that, but I'm saying like purposely, when people purposely go left, when they know that they answer is not, because basically they don't stand on what they stand on. So I can get coming in with an opposition, because I do that a lot of times, because I be knowing like, all right, AJ, what's up? How you feeling, AJ? But then but you already coming in with your own opinion anyways. You're not purposely doing it. Just like, okay, I'll put it this way, right? Because I like I said, I was doing the exact same thing. But my purpose was for me to control my own emotions, or because I knew that these people didn't like me, right? And I went in opposition rooms on purpose, like, all right, let me go on there. So I know I'm going to get caught a misogynist. I know I'm going to get caught all these things. But then, like I said, I'm like, then this stuff is not really doing nothing for me. And it just was no point. And it's like, dang, is that maybe that was a toxic side, but then I guess in a way, I took it out because I'm like, you know what, I do need to test. Even though I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit. I would say it's a little bit of toxicness in it because I just know, and I think I like the feeling of people just shutting up a little bit sometimes when they can't stand on what they stand on type situation. I don't want to call that toxic, but it's funny. I guess to say it's funny to me. Then I say that when people don't really stand on what they stand on. So I mean, I do that, but it's still a positive thing, right? So it's more of like Sean said, expanding your mind. Like, did you think about it this way? You know what I'm saying? Because I know they didn't think about it that way, but it's still leading to the same goal, though. That's the difference. What do you mean? Some people want to go straight left.
So I'm kind of confused because how I was taking it as like kind of what I do in lowers panels. Okay, I may come in there because I like the panel, but I don't necessarily agree with them. So that's why I like going in there, right? And so people may think that I'm being a contrarian, but I really just don't agree with you. you know? And so I'm bringing up a different perspective, and it may look like it's being trolling, like, "Hey, we having a good time, we all agreeing, and here comes Serenity," right? But nah, I think you guys are thinking only one side, so you need to see the whole picture. Okay, it's easy to slap five.
I never seen you counter divestors live, so I ain't gonna
Okay,
lie.
so I don't really go into those lives, to be fair. I mean, only whose lives?
So you want to go to the ones that talk about marriage and all?
Well, I
That's crazy.
mean, to be fair, I don't agree with divesting at all. So what's the point in me going in there? I agree with marriage. I just don't agree with the.
Oh, let me do the shot to you. You just literally
Huh?
contradict
No. I said
yourself,
I
man.
don't agree with some of the things, with a lot of the things that they say. Just because I don't agree with what they're saying doesn't mean that the we don't agree with marriage or family first and those like principles and morals. I agree with those. Just the way in which you're speaking, I don't agree with. I don't agree with these topics or something like that. But the goal I agree with. That's probably why I go over there as opposed to going over into divestors groups, because I don't agree with that at all. So I don't know. It just doesn't appeal to me. I don't want to sit there and hear about men and how y'all don't like men all day. That doesn't. I rather hear about families and community and the Black community and how we get there, but we may not agree on how to get there. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying now?
I guess
Okay,
so.
so why
Yeah, a
do you
little
think it's
bit, a
I'm
little bit.
contradicting myself? Maybe that's yeah.
You just cleared it up. You just cleared it up. You cleared it up because at first you said, because the reason why I say that, because you said I go on lives because I know I don't agree, and then you went in another live when I said about the divest. You said, well, I don't agree with them, so
Oh,
why would I
okay.
go in there? Then you cleaned it up and said, you said the talking points. You said that you still
Mhm.
like marriage, right? But you just don't agree about what they say, so you
Oh,
cleaned
okay.
it up.
Oh,
So
okay.
I
No, I
get you.
get where you coming from. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get
What's up,
it. I
T Marie?
mean, I guess like some of the divestors I'm cool with though on this app, like but
I'm pretty sure.
no, because some of the things I understand where they're coming from. I may not. That might not be something that I would do, but I understand where you're coming from. Um,
Yeah, I actually understand them too though, but I think I just actually unfollowed all of them now. I was trying to hold on to one of them that I was kind of cool with, but I think I just let go all of them because I just be if I see in the shadows sometimes or if I they evil. I ain't gonna lie, they some the most evilest people I ever seen on this dang on app. I ain't gonna even lie because I mean it's different from when you got maybe somebody getting their feelings hurt on maybe on this side of the TikTok, right? But the divest, they purposely like flat out, they trying to say everything that they know. It's basically what the next question we about to do in a minute after the statistic is the hurt advice. They flat out just give flat out. They give flat out hurt advice, and also they just straight up mean because I was just listening to them. One of them I instantly unfollowed when she said that. She like, yeah, they think because I'm talking with a light voice that I'm not holding them to their face and all this other stuff. I was like, dang, what the heck? Like, I don't get why these people so they gonna mean. I don't hear it. And I was like, man, I really ain't got time for that because I'm not. You like, if I'm trying to become a better person and all they doing is just, and I just why I be paying attention to the topics they put down. Like, I'm like, man, people still doing this stuff. They just put it down purposely to trigger the room, just so they can have nothing to talk about and just say, "I don't like this," and "you are a bad person," and that's what they get a fresh breath after the end of the day. And I'm like, bro, that's purpose. I mean, that's no
I mean,
purpose
but
behind it.
Kev,
So
in my
yeah, I don't like that.
opinion, sometimes on this side of TikTok, it can be just the opposite. Instead of getting on men all day, it's getting on women all day. I personally think this side of TikTok, the one that I'm on, with you guys, I'm not gonna say necessarily you guys, but like, yeah, I mean,
I'm
I'm
on my
not,
own
yeah, that's
side.
why I said I don't know. I see a lot of women bashing, single mama bash, 304 bashing. Oh, I'm better than you because I'm married. You know, that grinds my gears because I'm a woman. So I can understand why divestors would grind your gears as a man. I get it. I typically want to fight for the women because I'm a woman and I understand that. And I'm just gonna say I understand.
Red pillers get me too, though. That's what I'm saying. I'm not on neither one of them sides. But some people call me red pill, and I'm
I
like, I
thought
ain't
you
no
was
red
red
pill.
pill or a bad passport bro for a minute. I did.
Hey, hold on.
I did.
I think I picked up on the game that Serenity said in lower line. But I think she's doing a good job with, you can't put her, and this is what I always say. Can you hear me? Because I know it's loud over here. Can you hear me? Okay. I think she's done a good job, and this is how I move on this now. I don't want to be put in a box. So if you see me over here with these people, and I could go over here with these people, that people can't put me in a box, and they can't hold me to those standards like, oh, you supposed to be on this side. Like, no, I'm all around the goddamn place. So I noticed that's what Serenity does also. Like, she a free agent. She can move how she want to move, and can't nobody be like, oh, you a pick me.
Nah, she in the box.
I ain't say all that. Hold on. But I think I picked up on what she said is like when she in lower lives, like when they be talking about what she disagree with. I think it's game, and I see nothing wrong with it. You correct me if I'm wrong, Serenity. Like if
First of
women
all,
who are
Shia,
divested.
mind your business trying to figure out
Hold on,
how I
hold on,
move,
no,
okay?
hold on, Kara. Let me go ahead and say it. I think that with women that are divested, right? Let's just say they go in lower lives and they disagree with all those guys on the panel, like Omega Talk, all them guys, right? They will let it be known that they disagree, and they will be upset when they're disagreeing with these guys, right? And then it causes an argument. I think what Serenity does is what I peeped, and I could be wrong, but I know I'm right, is she would disagree but in a joking way, and she'll get her point across, and they would know that she disagree, but they still show her respect. They still laugh at her. I've seen them mute her because they don't like what she said, but it's all in a joking way. And other women don't do it that way. So I think she still get her point across by having the laughter, like interjecting like some crazy shit out of the blue, and it'll throw the whole panel off. So I think it's smart.
I think Sean should mind his
Yeah,
business and stop
the
watching how I move. Okay?
I, I believe if we want to say, I don't know, because I think, I know that's why I said she in her own box, because everybody when they see her, I believe when they see her, they know she coming up here with some on purpose, like purposely trying to. I seen her do it. I done seen her do it at least in every room and stuff. Purposely go against, like when you see her hop in the box, you know, opposition time. It ain't I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but it's just, I guess, because the same way we did with what was Alondria, but Alondria, I noticed like I would say she gets you like the kind of uh, I guess think a little deeper though. But she used to be just as like she used to be bad with no solution. She just wanted to purposely do it with no solution at the end. But that's okay. That's make the difference, right? You can have an opposite of opinion, but at least have a solution at the end. Some people just want to do it just to nothing. You know, they just want to say this just to really sabotage the room. That's all they want to do. You know what I'm saying? They never really say this is my way. They just say I disagree and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I disagree. And they should do that just to say the opposite on purpose and then never say how it worked. Or they rather say, oh, I did it, or I see two people that do it, you know. But that's how that really is, though. And that's not gonna help nobody. You just trying to counter the what's the topic is or what everybody's growth or trying to bring awareness to, and you trying to counter it. I feel like that's like a form of sabotaging or trying to sabotage it. Especially when they don't have a solution, and their solution is, well, I've seen a few people do it, and or whatever. That's what I think.
No, but I feel you. I know some new people came up, so I'll be quiet after this. No, Sean is kind of, he think he know me, but he has no idea. No, I'm just kidding. I go everywhere on this app, and I've had people try and tell me, oh, I had to make sure you wasn't, a pick me, and you know what I would tell them? I'm gonna go where I want to go. You can't tell me where to go. I'm grown as hell. I'm gonna go on whatever panel.
I gotta see you get
Right,
called
I've
to
been
pick me
called
one
one,
day.
and I was like, "That's funny. That's cool." You can think what you want, but guess what? I don't care. And that's the difference between you and me. You'll get your feelings hurt well before mine will because you don't matter to me. Not in the, come on. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do like some people on this app, but your opinion of me is your feelings. Like, take them to the altar, in my opinion. It's not going to affect me, and it shouldn't affect you if you hold firm in your convictions. If I can easily sway you, then you weak to me. You're, or at least maybe you're not weak, but your stance is weak. And what's the fun in that? Like, stand on business. I don't know. But yeah, no, I just wanted to say that because I've been called a pick me on this app. Like, I've been over, I don't know who you consider divestors, so maybe that's why I said I'm not over there. But I'm pretty sure I'll be in everybody's box if the topic is something I want to speak on.
That's what she said.
No, I'm just saying, I'll go in. If I look at the topic and I hear something that I don't necessarily agree with, then I'll go up on the box because I want to be not necessarily opposition, but I want to give a different perspective. And sometimes I think that's why I get a lot of love and hate probably on this app, is because I'm not lying. This is my opinion. You don't have to agree, and that's okay. That's it. I mean, it's no real rule book to what I do. I don't know. Maybe I'm just amazing and I stay on these people's necks. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. I'm joking.
Wow. Go ahead, AJ. Then we're gonna get a poem next after that. AJ, come to your phone. You left us
Oh,
all
it
in
is.
the
Y'all can
kitchen
hear the music
somewhere.
playing in the background. I'm cleaning, my bad. I'm listening now. What'd y'all get to?
We just on the first red prompt and the
Oh,
first
for sure, for sure.
white prompt.
What makes a person's rhetoric dangerous? Explain why. Dangerous rhetoric is anything that is going to, any message that is being spoken that is dangerous to the individual who is saying it, and also especially dangerous to people who are listening. So the greater good society. That is what dangerous rhetoric is. That's not like the exact definition word for word, but thank you. Cursing someone out or fighting someone that hurts your feelings. How does it make you feel better than the person who caused it? I think that's just like a self-serving thing, right? Like a lot of people, it's kind of like when you're a kid. You know what I mean? Somebody calls you a doo-doo head, you gotta come back with a retort. I think as you get older and you mature, you start to realize it had nothing to do with making yourself feel better. At some point, there's a difference between people who are trying to make a point in something, right? Or whatever else. But if you can do so without cursing or fighting somebody, you be all right. I think that just takes time and maturity, honestly.
Why everybody so quiet?
Okay. Yeah, that was, I don't know, that was so weird. What just
What I
happened?
did I do something?
Uh,
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie, TikTok bugging.
nah, you ain't do that. You said what made you feel they was gonna do that, man? Thing.
That's why I was like, I knew pomegranate, because people are impatient, Kev. When people come up, they just want to hurry up, get their point across.
Oh, that's cool.
What up, Kev? What up?
I feel like they was trolling though. I feel like they about to troll because that was weird. They dropped at the same time though. Like, dang, we can't get this. And the other one came up here with no mic muted and nothing. I had to mute it for him. How you feeling, Mr. P? It's on you
Oh, it's
anyways
on
though. You
me.
came in just in time. 2 boxes. Yep, I ain't even give you a chance to kick your feet up yet. We just only on the first red prompt and the first white prompt.
All right. So, what makes a person's rhetoric dangerous? Explain why. I would say that the rhetoric becomes more dangerous the more malleable the audience that's listening is. So the rhetoric is only as dangerous as the people that listen to it. If your rhetoric falls on to people who really think about what they're hearing and educate themselves, chances are your rhetoric has no effect. But if they're about as hard as fresh Play-Doh, then they can be folded into thinking anything. And the rhetoric is a very useful, very dangerous tool at that point. Cussing someone out or fighting someone that hurt your feelings, how does it make you feel better than the person that caused it? I mean, me as I am today, I'm not about cussing someone out or fighting someone. I ain't about that anymore in my life. So back in the day, it was just more of a mindset of kind of like, how dare you? Clutch my pearls, and give into my instinct to make it difficult for them to communicate those words again to me. But nowadays, man, it didn't really make me feel better. I mean, if anything, it gave me long-term regret over some of the things I did, if anything.
I just noticed you was like the second person that read it that way. That's crazy. So no, it's not about feeling better. It's just how do that make you a better person? Cause I think that feeling part is too close. Cause I think who did that earlier? I think Main Thing read it like that too. But I'll let y'all answer that way though, cause it's probably still needed though. I would say that.
So I read it wrong altogether.
It's more of yeah. You put
I
feel
guess,
better in there.
Hey, I pointed out, man. We see what we want to see in life.
Yeah, that feeling was I put feeling up there. I guess it's too close though. But it's just how do you make you a better person than a person that you cussed out? Basically, that's what that's question is.
It don't make you a better person.
Yeah, because people use that. The reason why I use that because people act like that if you justify you feeling a certain way because somebody hurt your feelings, and then you go cuss them out and do the same exact thing or match their energy. They act like that they are still considered a so-called good. I'm really a good person. I'm good. I'm very chilled until you mess with me. People always say stuff like that. No, just say you. You just as bad as them. You just acting nice.
like I'm not like I know it probably sounds like sarcastic and whatever, but it's like I'm not really super friendly.
I mean, okay, so Ken, let me ask a question. Cause I don't know. I'm a chill person until you play with me too. So like it's not that I'm acting nice. I am genuinely being kind. I'm not nice. I'm kind. Okay. But the boundaries, huh?
That's not genuine.
Yes, it is.
That's not genuine. That's my word too. You say.
I think people are. I think that's a human. I think that's human behavior. Okay. If I am one state and you come over here bothering me, why do you think that I'm going to continue to be in one state? That's not how the physics will tell you that that's not how it happens. Action will get you an equal and opposite reaction. Okay. Now, whether we self-regulate, grow up, mature, all that, good things, yeah, that may help us to react in a more healthy way, but it's a reaction and you're going to get a reaction. So I don't think it makes you a better person. I do think it makes you human. If someone, for example, I don't know, stop giving me the silent treatment. Let's go there. You giving me the silent treatment. I come to you, I say, hey, I want to try and talk. Like, let's talk this out. And you're giving me the silent treatment. That's if I stop talking to you or stop trying, that don't make me a bad person. That's the reaction. You can't do things to people and expect for them to just kiss your ass. That's I don't think that's fair.
But I think
Yeah,
okay.
I feel you, but you can't use the word genuine when you moving off another person though, and that's funny. 'Cause me and Sean
But
literally just talking
I
about that a
think
few minutes
oh,
ago.
sorry, my bad.
But
Oh, my bad. I was
go
just gonna
ahead,
say, I
Asia, go ahead.
think the most important part in that this entire thing, right? If we're talking about emotional maturity, is you can't dictate somebody else's reaction. You can only control you, right? So whether you choose to curse somebody out, whether you choose to clap back, whatever it is, we're all guilty of doing it. We've all done it at some point in our lives. I don't think anybody's denying that. I think the goal ultimately is so that you're not constantly having to do that, right? If you're somebody, every time there's opposition, every time somebody says something or says something that's disrespectful and you have to clap back to that, you're not a balanced person. That's what he's trying to get at, right? And again, you can't dictate somebody else's reaction. So sometimes, right, and I'm pretty sure we've all had this experience. You come up in a panel and you're speaking something and somebody just didn't like the way that you said that. And now you everything else your name. Like, people do stuff like that. Now whether you clap back to that or not is 100% on you. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't put it be like, oh well, I had to because they said this about me. Like, you don't always got to respond. Sometimes silence can't be like, it can't be misquoted. Sometimes you got to let somebody sit in their silence, and I think that's really what he's trying to get at.
No, and I feel you. I feel you. And I think when you are a connoisseur of words, you know how to clap back in a classy way. You know what I mean? Make it funny. That's what I do. I don't know. Especially on this app. But I get what you're saying. I do. I do. I understand being silent and letting people have it sometimes, especially if they belligerent and they just won't shut up. I get it. Going back and forth with a brick wall, I get it. But I don't know. I like a good classy comeback. It's funny to me. Maybe I haven't gotten
No,
to
I
the
mean, look,
the
look,
growth that you
we
guys are
hey,
at.
hey, we're all there. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that. But like I said, everything's in balance. So there's not going to be times where you're always going to 100% be able to do. Like, sometimes you may have to say something, right? You can't just always just let it go. Sometimes you do have to say something. And if you know how to articulate correctly, then you can do so without cursing somebody out or losing your own self-respect. You ain't got to sink down to that level just to correct yourself,
Oh
right? I can
yeah,
correct
yeah.
myself all day with people on this app, but I don't have to sink down to their level and call them out their name. Like, that's crazy. If y'all want to do that to me, yeah, I just ain't gonna fuck with you. But it is what it is.
Yeah. You're saying
Preach,
let's have
preach.
less emotional responses. Let's think before we speak.
Well,
On
I
I
just
mean,
would like
I'm
to
just
see. I would just like to see more balance, right? Everybody on this app talks about balance, but people lack that. Oh, everything got to be balanced. Everything got to be balanced. But then we function in extremes on here. So either people are 100% avoidant, so they don't stand up for themselves. They don't do anything, and then they just pop and snap. Or you have people who just react and clap back to literally everything. It's like the whole ops conversation y'all were having. It's okay to have opposition at times, but nobody wants to talk to somebody who's constantly on the opposite, right? I said the sky blue, now it's got to be purple. I said yes, no, you just gonna say no, just to be opposition. Like, that's not having a conversation. That's just arguing for the sake of arguing.
That's
yeah, but
annoying,
if
right?
they
That's what
make
I'm saying. That's
sense
what that
though.
trolling
So
stuff
say
is.
say they're always
Makes
on
sense.
the opposite. Say they're always at opposition. Like, you come up on the panel and you see them, they're gonna disagree with you. If what they're saying makes sense, you may not agree, but they make sense. Does that get on your nerves too? Because it doesn't for me.
No, I mean, no, if it makes sense. I mean, a prime example of somebody on this panel we don't always see eye to eye is me and Mr. P. We don't always see eye to eye on stuff, right? Me and him sometimes we see things kind of similar, but it's either said different or whatever. I don't look at him and be like, oh, Mr. P in the panel, he gonna disagree with me. Like, that's not what it is. You know what I mean? I like his opposition because he gets me to rethink and look at it a different way. And that's what opposition's for, is to share that perspective. But if I just came up here and every time he said something, I'm like, nope, I disagree. That's terrible. Like, what conversation are we having? Like,
AJ, really, can I
Let me
disagree
say
really
this
quick,
too.
AJ?
oh man, here he goes.
Let me say this real quick though, because this is what I was meaning. Like, that's what I say. It's cool to be opposite, right? To expand minds. I gotta keep that word too, because that's what I think it was even Sean just said that earlier. But like I said, when you just purposely doing it, now I put it this way, right? You gotta think about it. Like, even if you was to do that in a relationship, right? You'd have
I
got,
disagree.
boy, you'd have got single real quick after that, because you can't keep doing stuff like that. Like I said, that stuff like that is kind of annoying, and then it seems like you got something up your sleeve every time while you purposely. We can be saying the exact same thing, right? And you just basically, like, it's like when a person try to correct somebody every last second. Well, that means that. That means, like, you don't have to nitpick at every last little thing. You don't have to be the opposition and be the same thing at every last thing. That's like, literally, that will leave you single. I got a friend out recently. I ain't gonna put him out like that, right? But I literally told him, because I seen what he did. He picked one word out of this big old thing, and I was like, I told him, that's why I ain't felt like going back and forth with him. But I see what he do. But I'm like, bro, you know, if you keep being like that, you gonna end up single. Ain't your opposite, because you got to think about it with your partner. Your partner is not gonna like you doing that every last moment. Talking about, well, is that exactly that? I just want to expand your mind, though. But is that? But you don't like. No, if it's not that, that's like being judgment, right? Like when you judging somebody, right? Or when you trying to hold somebody accountable. You don't have to hold people accountable for every last freaking thing, or you don't have to judge somebody on every last thing. It's only when me myself, I just wait till it's important, right? If I see that you eating so much, and then I'm not about to say, oh, well, you can't do that, you can't do it, stop. No, do that. I'm not about to say no to every last thing, because people are humans, right? But if it's getting to a point that it's hurting, it's affecting your life, and you about to dang near unalive yourself, now I'm judgmental here, or I'm holding you accountable. You know what I'm saying? Or if I see that you keep doing the same repetitive thing over and over again, that's when I start talking. But I'm not about to do it every last mistake and be like, hey, know that, and know that. You know what I'm saying? That's when the judgmental head or the unsolicited advice stuff come in after that. So it's like, that's where that balance, right? Back to what AJ was saying. You got to balance that stuff out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But doing it, just to purposely doing it or for entertainment or something like that, that's when it become a problem, because that's going to be the last time you're going to entertain yourself to single.
I'm just going to say this. I
That's just
disagree
what that's
with
going to be.
everything he said. And it's all because, he got that lineup, and that's the only reason why he big on the screen right now.
Telling all those false,
Leave
telling
it
all those false
alone.
rhetorics.
There
Would
you
you
go.
would
Be
you
quiet.
would you I guess I give a different perspective, right? Would you say that as a believer, it's your job to correct people when you see them doing evil or call out their evil? Is that your job as a believer?
Nope.
Okay. So
Every last one, because I got stuff I got to correct
hold
too.
on. That don't mean that. Okay, we ain't get into the religious. Okay. So as a police officer, right? Because you have a job. Is it their job to give everyone speeding a ticket if they're breaking the law? Is that their job to give everyone, or they have to give people breaks?
As much as child care is talked about.
Okay.
Everyone.
So if I see YT people being racist in my face, am I supposed to call out them every single time or give them a pass sometimes because I don't want to be problematic?
I say be selective because it's dangerous.
I'm going to put it.
Okay.
I mean, to answer it without the religious portion of it, in a society, if you grew up with any type of value, that type of person, if you see somebody who's doing harm to another person, most people, for the most part, are going to call that out, right? Most people, everybody.
Why everybody do that when I mute them? They just can't shut up for a second? That's crazy. They gotta
It
drop.
is what it is.
That's
But my
crazy.
point is, most people, for the most part, will say something. They'll do something, right? Most people. You see a little kid, you see a 2-year-old who's getting ready to run on the highway. Most people, their first instinct, it doesn't matter whether it's a kid or not, and they know that kid, is to be like, hey, pull him away, right? We're all going to do that, right? So most people are going to do that. I don't think it's necessarily a religious thing. I think where the religious portion of it comes, where it gets misconstrued, is when every single thing in my life is now, oh, well, you being a Jezebel. I'm like, well, I just ate cereal this morning. Like, it ain't that serious. It's crazy.
Is there a difference from thinking it and saying it? Because if you think it, you really are like, if you want to say something to someone, right? Like, let's say you're on a panel, and every panel you get on, or every room you walk in, you disagreeing with people, or you finding ways to slightly disagree.
If you're having control issues and you ain't learned that filter between your mouth and your brain, I don't know what to tell you, right? I could think 1,000 things. I don't mean I gotta say them, right? I could walk into the gas station and see a woman with a shirt that's too small, that don't mean I gotta say something to her. I just be like, oh damn, okay, we doing that today, and I keep it moving. But that's in my head, right? Like we
Okay.
need to get away for like y'all. I don't know
Yeah.
if y'all need to get back in balance or back in discipline of put that filter back. It's okay to filter. You don't gotta. Not everybody gotta hear every single damn thought that's going on in your head. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not about to stop no dudes and say y'all should stop
Hold
rolling
on. Hey,
dice.
Yeah,
That's
Kev, hold on.
that's
crazy.
crazy.
Here's the
You
crazy
gotta be
part.
this
selective.
question.
Hold on. This I'm gonna
Oh,
be
go
real
ahead. My
quick.
bad. I'm
It's going out
sorry.
with what Kev just said, right? About two dudes or whatever, right? I always told, and it just happened last night at work. I always said if I see like they had if I see a man hitting a woman, is it my job to assist that woman? And I had to think about it. I'm like, okay, damn, I know how this could sound if I don't say yes. Um, and I also said that when men are fighting each other, no one tend to jump in and get those men to stop hitting one another, right? So it's like that's acceptable amongst men, but if a man is doing that to a woman, then it's not accepted in society, right? So I always said, man, you know what? I don't know what I would do if I happened to see a fight between a man or a woman or a man and a man. What would I do? And it literally, I tell myself that that's none of my business. I'm not gonna jump in and unalive myself or put myself at risk of not making it home to my family because I wanted to help someone else out. I'm leaving work, and I just talked to this dude that work in a different department than me like 30 minutes prior to start getting off. I've never spoken to this dude a year and a half I've been here. But yesterday I was like, man, he walked by me. I was like, man, what's up, man? And he spoke back and he was like, man, how you like it, such and such. Never talked to him prior to that, right? I'm leaving out the gate. I see three dudes fighting in the parking lot. Like, and I noticed him, like he got slammed to the ground. So I'm like, and I pulled up and they literally right in front of my car with no hesitation. I didn't even think twice. I jumped out the car and was like, hey, you motherfuckers work here? And the two dudes took off running. And the dude jumped up like, man, I sure appreciate that, man. But I always said I wouldn't help. So now I got to question myself. I done it with no hesitation.
Yeah, but I think Sean, if I can comment really quick on that, what I think you're tapping into right there is kind of like a self awareness of the type of person you are, because you recognized when he got slammed on the ground, right? Like you pointed out like that you recognized him right at that moment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you drive off, right? And then you come into work the next day, he ain't there. And then you come into work the next day and he's there, and arm is up in a sling and a tooth is missing. You gonna be able to feel good with yourself? You gonna sit good in your skin right then? You just said hi to that guy. You guys became work friends, kind of in a way. That's the beginning of it.
Yeah.
And you watched it. You saw him going down, and now you got to look him in the face next week. I think that's kind of what you're talking about, man. I mean, you wouldn't be consider yourself a man when looking in the mirror, knowing that fuck, I should have stepped up. I mean, that's just my take.
I agree with you on that. I guess for the most part, I was saying that I had to start. I guess I ain't gonna say people. I'm just gonna speak for me. Sometimes I say things as an absolute, and then when I'm actually put in that situation, I do the opposite. I do the opposite of the thing that I said I wouldn't even do.
But that's human, Sean. Everybody does that. You can literally pull up a panel right now. I can pull everybody up on this panel and be like, would you ever unalive somebody? Most people are going to be like, no, I can never do that. But if you put them in a circumstance where they'd have to, they will. That's human.
Hey, I got to drop really quick. I know you're going on to something, AJ, but I just wanted to say before it got too far away about the agreeing and disagreeing and whatnot, because I think that Serenity was asking, like, how do you deal with people who are constantly in that position with you? And for me, I just wanted to add that it boils down to how genuine the person is. And that boils down to observing their answers and how they carry themselves in the conversation. So, like, I'm genuine, and I express that being genuine by being willing to concede my initial point and give you, AJ, the benefit of the doubt. I'm willing to suspend my own belief and take you at what you're saying and try to understand from your perspective. And that's where we're having the difficulty, is if they want me to hear them and they want me to respond to them that they're doing correct, but it's not reciprocal. If it's not reciprocal, if it's just a one-way street of me saying, okay, I can see your perspective, and okay, yeah, you can be right about that, but it never makes its way back, I can tell that this person isn't genuine in the conversation.
Well, yeah, at that point, the conversation's more about ego. You know?
And at that point, I just call them out and tell them, hey, like, I don't want to continue because it's not genuine with you. You're coming from a point of malice.
Hey,
I agree.
you know something that? Oh, go ahead, AJ. My bad. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I agree. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that. But y'all have a good night. Be blessed.
Sure.
You said something, and it put me in it made me think about how I be looking at stuff now, right? Like how you explain how you and Print don't really like agree, but it's kind of like, you know, it's no disrespect with the disagreement. You know what I mean? And I think,
I think there's already a mutual respect there. Like, at the end of the day, like, that's a two-way. As long as the respect is two ways, like, we could disagree till the cows come home. That's fine. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's he's willing to hear me out. I'm willing to hear him out. And sometimes even, you know, sometimes we'd be like, you know, we just got to agree to disagree and keep it moving. And that's fine, you know, but we both have the emotional maturity and we both have the respect for each other to be able to do that.
Yeah, I think for me, and it's just me in my own little world, I don't apply like what definition mean to everyone the same. Like if you take the word arrogant, confident, conceited, I don't apply that, even though it's a root definition of what that word means. I don't apply it to everyone the same because I have to get to know that person. And if I were to get to know someone and they always just talk highly of themselves, they never been like, I never seen them in no other state except being happy and positive, I wouldn't label that person as arrogant, even though they have all the symptoms and have some characteristics of what they would call someone arrogant or cocky. If this person have always been this way and I've known this person, I can't label them that. And I think a lot of times, like we talking about with Serenity, with people talking about the pick me and all that shit. Yeah. I think when it comes to this app, and I'm gonna say in life, if like when somebody call you a narcissist, right? You ever look at some of the qualities of a narcissist? Like there's some bad qualities in that, and it's also some good qualities in that, right? So I believe that people be using definitions and they use words. Let me see what I'm trying to get to. I lost my train of thought just now.
I hate it when that shit happens. I really do.
I do just want to say real quick though, for the record, before any of y'all start to think there's something between, like, oh, AJ and Mr. Print don't get along. We get along just fine. I love being in panels with Mr. P. Okay, I love his pushback. It gets me to think. So I don't want nobody trying to start no shit that ain't no shit. That makes sense.
And that I don't know if I answered that with that. How important is statistics, right? I always have a hard time saying that damn word. I'm getting tongue twisted and shit. But if I'm being honest, maybe I don't know how when I give this answer, from my understanding of it, I don't like it unless somebody could tell me my understanding of it is wrong. I believe.
Can I interrupt you really quick because I'm going to just say this about it for you, and then I got to drop.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. P.
Statistics, from my perspective, to make it really simple, is it's one aspect of the picture. So imagine a beautifully detailed, hyper-realistic, super colorful picture. Statistics are going to make up everything that's green. You're getting some information when you're looking at it, but you need to find other things to complete the picture. Statistics have a purpose, but you need to understand how the statistics were derived. because people are very clever, and when you're very clever and you understand how to create statistics, you can make statistics to justify just about anything if you're creative enough. So statistics are wonderful when used appropriately and in the proper context. It's not a one size fits all answer. It's 15%, I guess, of the picture.
So if they were to do a study, tell me if I'm wrong with how they break it down. If someone were to do a study on men, let's say they did a study on 3,000 men, and 2,000 of those men in that study were, let's say they was misogynistic and they was abusive, right? Is it safe to say that with that study, since it's the majority of the men that they studied, would they go and say that statistics say that the majority of men are abusive and they're misogynistic? Would they blanket every man with that, even though it was on a small group of men? Is that how it worked or no?
Can I answer that? Because a lot of the statistics that people spit on here are not. Most people don't even understand statistics that are on here when they're trying to speak about them, right? So a lot of the time that could be out of 100 men, and say 50% of them were like, yeah, you know what, my wife needs to stay in her place. Da 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 da. Right? That doesn't mean that 50% of all men are like that. That's just based on the people in that study, right? If you take it on a grander scale, that's not even like 1% of the population of just men. Number one. Number two, statistics can always be skewed. It depends on the person, one, holding the study, where they're holding the study, and who's paying for it to get the result that they want. Right?
Yeah. So it's like they could ask you, Sean, so when did you stop abusing your spouse?
Mm-hmm.
And they're already coming with a question, assuming you already do it and expecting the answer of when you stopped. And then 10 guys will happen to have answered, well, we had a problem, so it was back in 2010, and then they'll say 50 men out of this survey, but they won't tell you that it was only done on 10 men. 50% of men answered that they stopped abusing their spouse in the year 2012. So it's like, it just depends on the questions being asked, what the objective is that's trying to be determined is, the sample size, the sample pool, and is the control that you measure against actually a control? There's a lot of things that go in.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into statistics, and that's the reason why statistics sometimes can be a lot. It can be pushed in a very, it can be dangerous rhetoric in a way, depending on how the questions are posed, right? Because if you don't understand the study, you don't understand what the study was for. You know what I mean? And also, people make up numbers all the time on here. Like the amount of times I've heard, well, on a study from the CDC about how many people are going through stuff in their daily lives, 90%. Where is this study, and what are you talking about?
Yeah, and really quick, Sean, you want to change your perspective? If you're reading something and it's talking about statistics of, of likelihood of something, or statistics for outcomes based on certain things, go away from the percentage and look at the raw whole numbers and start discussing these important societal issues out of the realm of percentages and statistics and get it into the actual raw numbers. Because when you start talking about, when you say, 24% of this demographic has single motherhood rates, that doesn't translate to anything. That translates to 1/4 in the person's mind. But if you say 24 million women are raising children without fathers in this demographic, now you're actually painting a picture people understand, and it gives a better idea of what we're actually talking about. Statistics have a role.
They do.
Not a final answer. Y'all have a good night. Someone drop me.
I got you. I got you, P. But yeah, no, I mean, as far as the statistics go, that's exactly where it's at. Like, I'm not sitting there saying statistics are completely useless. I'm just saying, at least my best practice, and something that I was always taught to do throughout school, throughout everything, is anytime I read a statistic, is to write down the statistic, write down the name of where those numbers were generated, and do my own research into what they were talking about. Right? Because if you sit there, you have to think. It's the same thing when people prompt you and bait you in topics, right? You can tell when we're scrolling through TikTok what lives are people literally just baiting people, right? You'll see those. Well, why do men have to be such trash? Like, why is that a topic? And then they'll have a bunch of BS statistics to back that. That doesn't mean that that's a legitimate thing, right? They may be looking at a study that was about, childless fathers or something, right? But they're just using numbers. So you gotta be really careful when you're looking at statistics, but also, like I said, do your research when you're looking into them, right? I personally try not to use statistics in anything, just because, again, unless I'm looking at a study and I can bring you valuable evidence, like, hey, this is exactly this is what it was about. These were the types of questions, and it was unbiased. Then yes, I'll use the statistics. Other than that, I don't use statistics when I speak. There's no point, especially
See,
on here, because we talking about consensus. There's no statistics in
see
half the shit y'all claim there is.
that's the part that, for the most part, I kind of only join a select few panels.
Yeah,
I have to feel
you gotta feel it out.
comfortable. I have to feel comfortable enough to go on a panel, because I hear a lot of people say this, like, no anecdotal experiences, right? And that's hard for me, right? Because one thing, like, it's hard for me to speak on, like, generalities, right? Because everyone don't see the world the same way. And what I see with my eyes in my worldview, what I see every day, it's going to be totally different than what the next person is seeing, because we're living two different lives. And when someone say you can't use your own personal experience when you have 39 years of experience, that's a lot of experience. And if you can't use your own personal experiences, and
Hey,
you have to
sorry.
speak on the majority of people, at that point, I feel like you invalidating your own feelings and your own worldview, because now you taking on the views of other people and how they look at it and what they say how the world is. So to me, I can't really join panels, because my experience is what matters to me the most. And if I can't speak on that, then I don't know how to have a productive conversation.
To be fair, to save you a little bit, because I'm the same way, right? I'm very select on what panels I go in, who I talk to, what I'm even willing to waste my brain power on, right? A lot of the conversations don't have anecdotal. I don't want an anecdotal experience. Are talking about anecdotal shit at the end of the day.
Watch out, y'all. It's a
You see
star
what I'm
in the
saying?
building.
Like,
It's like, nah. I've been messing with her ever since I
I'm
done
done.
seen she done went. I didn't even know she went viral, though. She go
But I'm just
crazy.
saying, like, people
What's
have
up, Nick?
anecdotal topics on here and then claim they don't want no anecdotal responses, and that doesn't make sense. Okay, you can't sit there and be like, well, what ended your last relationship, but you can't use an anecdotal experience. What? There's no fact in that. Now, if we're gonna have a conversation about not having anecdotal experiences, then let's talk about science. Let's talk about things that are legitimate facts, right? The law is this. What does it? Then we can have those conversations. But if we're having conversations about relationships and you're saying no anecdotal experiences, you're an idiot. You don't know what that means. You need to go read a dictionary. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's just me, right? But a lot of the time when I'm sitting here, and even when I speak in generalizations, I'm speaking off a base of things I observe. And I always say, correct me if I'm wrong, but these
Yeah.
are the things I've observed. What I've observed mostly on here is you have a lot of people, a lot of hosts, a lot of people making money on here, trying to have conversations, trying to sound intelligent, but they have no idea what the hell they're looking at. They have no idea what they're talking about, and they're using words they don't know what they mean. A lot of the time. Like demure. How many people are running around here using the word demure and don't know what it means? Okay.
I hate trends. I hate trends, and people just joining along and following shit. That goes like when I say care about what's wrong with being biased, right? I just went straight into that question.
I'm
Yeah.
just I'm gonna give this last little I'm just giving this last little
That
I'm
subscriber,
gonna
that's what's
I'm gonna give this
happening.
last little thing, y'all, and this is the reason why I've been off for like the past week. I was literally scrolling on here. I just opened TikTok. I was like, I ain't been on here for a minute. I scrolled through. I came across a live. It said demure means feminine. No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't.
What is
And
that
there was a
anyway?
bunch of people on here arguing about the word demure and how it meant feminine. Demure means like nonchalant, right? Under the radar. If you're truly demure, you're not going to be on the internet claiming how demure you are. That's the contradiction. But how many people jumped on a trend and didn't know what the word meant? Right? It's the same thing with narcissist. How many people jump on that? Oh, narcissistic personality disorder, this, that, and the third. They don't even know what these things are. They don't even know what they mean. Right?
I can't wait till you do that topic. I was trying to
What
get y'all
the?
to do that, but I don't talk to the
I
other
mean, I
person no
can do
more.
it real
But you
quick.
could do
Yeah,
that
it means
with
modest,
the
reserved.
narcissism.
That's what demure means.
No, I was saying I'm gonna do a
The
topic on that. I
narcissistic?
wanted to do a topic on it.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I
Yeah,
can clear
yeah.
it up. I can clear it up
I'm gonna pick
real
a day
quick. I'll
though.
give y'all a quick rundown. The word narcissist, one, you have to understand has changed, right? So the diagnosis, the things within psychology, that's the reason why I laugh when everybody comes up here. I went to school for psychology. That shit changes. Okay, when I went to school, narcissistic personality disorder was a real disorder, right? Now it just means you're overcomplicated, right? The definitions of these things change because, again, it's a practice, it's not a definitive, right? But narcissistic personality disorder is a mental health condition, right? Regardless, if you claiming that this is what it's a condition, right? But yet y'all are on here saying stop bullying people with mental health, but you dropping that word every 5 minutes. Make that make sense?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all ran around here using the word like y'all? People misuse words on here all the time. Like it is ridiculous, yo. The amount of times people misuse stuff.
Right, you supposed to feel sad for them. I thought about that's the thing with me and Sean was talking
Yeah,
about earlier. You know, why would you tease a
that's my
person that's
point.
narcissistic? You see what
That's the
I'm saying?
point. How are you gonna?
That is
They
true.
can't help that, right? Like for example, I'll give a prime
Exactly.
example because I think she's still blocked, right? Tansy. How many people get frustrated with Tansy, right? Tansy, when I went to school back in the day, is a textbook definition of somebody who's narcissistic. Why do y'all lose your patience with somebody who you already know is a narcissist, but you keep going in there trying to break her? I'm gonna break the narcissist. You can't do that,
That's true. That's some real
right?
stuff.
That's like kicking somebody in a wheelchair and telling them to walk. That doesn't make sense.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't know. I just had to drop those two things, but yeah,
I
in
don't
my
be
opinion,
having
a lot of y'all.
I don't be having the energy
Mm.
to you could either call it debate or kind of call somebody out on something because I be in my own little bubble. I'm cool with understanding that my opinion only matters to me.
Facts.
Trying to get someone else to understand my opinion will only drive yourself crazy. Will only drive one person crazy. So to me, I realize that my views and how I look at the world is important to me, and I don't care about it being important to others. And what I notice is a lot of people get on this app and be wanting people to, even with me saying what I'm saying, I can still acknowledge that I'm projecting right now because I don't know. It's not 100% fact that
That's not projected. That's just you giving an opinion. Projection is like when you're doing something and you're projecting it on somebody else. So if I were like, say, a manipulative person, and I'm like, well, Kev's just manipulative. He keeps manipulating me, but I'm the one doing it.
See, hold on, I do that. Hold on, I'm gonna be honest. I do that.
For sure.
Like even with I tell somebody like even with the like we go to bias, right? I'm a community advocate, right? Like I'm a neighborhood watch kind of dude, and people, my homeboys make fun of me, right? And if I see you committing a crime in my community, I will call the cops on you. But guess what? I won't call the cops on my friends. I wouldn't call the cops on my brother. I wouldn't call the cops on my mom if they were doing some illegal stuff. So I understand that you're gonna always. I don't think nobody could not walk around and not be biased. I
Well,
think that shit just bound to happen.
but that's the problem nowadays, right? Everybody, this is what I keep saying. Like people be functioning in extremes. Oh, being biased is so wrong. You should never be biased. You were born and built naturally and innately to be biased. That's what kept you alive. That's survival. That's evolution, right? You would not have evolved if you were not biased, right? Like that's gonna happen, right? So people are naturally biased, and that's okay. It's better to be self-aware that you are biased in that sense, 100%. Now, whether or not you need to work on that is going to be entirely on you. But you're not, honestly, Sean, you probably one of the more balanced people on here because I'm pretty sure, other than Kev, because I already see his little side eye. Other than Kev, I see his little side eye. But my point is, If this was a full panel, we had 32 million people in here, everybody be like, no, being biased is wrong. And then this thing starts to happen, right? People don't want to become left out.
Mm-hmm.
There's a word for that. There's actually a whole thing for that, right? It's called a cultural illusion. A cultural illusion is when people go with what they think society is telling, what they think society is right, despite it being against their better judgment. That affects every single one of us as human beings. It's wrong to be biased. You should punish yourself for being biased, but you're innately biased.
I mean, I think a lot of times people don't be honest with themselves. Like I think a lot of times people, if you really honest with yourself and you express that to others, like your viewpoints of how you truly think, I think a lot of people are afraid to be judged for how they truly think. I know for a fact, if I were to see a little kid that's starving, right, and my daughter and my kids are starving, I could care less if that other little kid eat or not. It's not, and I don't know how to say it. Well, I ain't gonna say I know how to say it because I'm gonna say it. Shit, fuck it. I care at that moment. My main focus is making sure my kids eat. Now, I really could care less what's going to happen to that other child because at that moment, I'm in a survival state. I care about my kids and their well-being. And a lot of times, I heard somebody say, and this might be a little problematic, but hey, fuck it. Even with me having like I heard somebody like when you dating somebody to have kids and then y'all have you have your own kids, right? People say that the right thing for you to say is that you love all kids the same. I couldn't, even when I was with my ex, I was honest. She said, well, because she had a daughter before we had a daughter together. And she asked me, she said, do you love the girls the same? I said, I know what you want to hear, but I said, I have to be honest. I love them both, but there's a difference from me seeing my daughter come out, me seeing her say her first words, her having like actually my DNA. I'm there for all the doctor visits. There's a different bond that comes with me and my biological child than a child that I came in a life and didn't get a chance to see them in the womb, didn't get a chance to go to doctor visits. But people will tell you that that's wrong to think that way. I don't. I think the way I'm thinking is normal.
People will also say it's wrong to not date somebody with kids. Not everybody's designed to take that on, right? Like not everybody's designed for that, right? So how you're explaining it, that's completely 100%. That's human. At the end of the day, that is 100% human. Every human being is gonna do that, right? If I had to choose between protecting my mama and my neighbor's mama, I'm gonna protect my mama first. Then, if I got time, maybe I'll go get her, but I'm gonna protect my mama first, right? But it's the same thing when people sit there and say, oh, well, all kids are innocent and all kids are good. No, they're not. Everybody is good and innocent.
Yeah.
That is a fairy tale. That is a fairy tale you living in. But that's the problem, right? A lot of us live and are told from cultural biases that this is the way it has to be. You're wrong if you think this way. You're wrong if you're like this. When it's actually in your nature to be that way. That doesn't mean that you're a terrible person. It just means you have to be aware of that. And when you're more aware of that, you're more accepting of that, you'll find you'll move in a more balanced way. When you're trying to run through extremes is when you're going to mess up your whole life. And that's what people are doing on this app, in this world, and in this life. They are running in extremes, right? You got people who are 100%, everybody got to be in a relationship. Or you got people who are, oh, nah, forget relationships. You got to be single. Forget people in relationships. They ain't really happy. Why we got to be in extremes, though? Why we got to be in extremes?
You ever notice this? That people will tell you that you have to be mindful and considerate of other people's feelings, right? But this one thing I've noticed. People don't mind offending you in the pursuit of their happiness. If they want to spew like what they believe and they beliefs and how, even if you go with people, some people don't believe in a nuclear family, some people do. Some people, they don't, like, in order to tell your beliefs, I understand and I accepted that whether you try to or not, you're going to offend people. And you can't allow people being offended change how you really think deep down. Because if you concerned about if people get offended, you have to change your stance on something, you're gonna always change your stance because somebody's gonna always be offended.
Exactly. But I think that's where people get that misconstrued, that whole saying, right? Be mindful, be considerate of other people is not being mindful and considerate of their feelings. All that means is that if I have my BS over here, let me not affect Sean and Kev and everybody else with it. Let me not bring my stuff and interrupt their lives, right? Which people tend to do the opposite of. You want your feelings protected, but you want to come into somebody's life and disrupt their entire life and their entire peace with your BS. And then you get upset when they end up hurting your feelings when they say, "Hey, I ain't dealing with that," because ain't nobody has to, right? The problem is a lot of people are just way too entitled. People way too entitled and want to complain about everything, and they don't even realize how good they got it. Because gratitude journaling, oh my God, that's a revelation.
I
Y'all never
made a
thought to be thankful before what you had. Go ahead.
I made a video today about the bias, right?
Yeah.
And I've been thinking about it for a while, and I was like, man, like the grace that the grace and the patience that my wife had with me in order for me to change my toxic ways and my, like, I had some horrible ways, right? And she was patient with me. She showed me a lot of grace, and she gave me time to fix myself and to be a better person, right? But then I have to ask myself, I know I caused a lot of damage. In order for her to constantly take, I know I had to cause some type of damage in a process of her having faith and grace in me that I'm gonna have to repair now that I'm in a recovery of healing myself. And I ask myself, when my daughters get of age and they get grown and they want to date, and just happen they want to settle down with a man, don't know what they're gonna choose, but hey, I'm just gonna say men. And they would ask me, should they give him, would I want my daughters to give a man grace and be patient with a man the way that they mama was patient with me? If I'm being honest with myself, the answer would be no, because you never really know the outcome of that. You
I
don't
think
know the outcome.
I think that just has to come with balance, though. You know what I mean? It's when you find the right people, right? When you're keen about people, whether you're in a relationship with them or you're not, right? The level of patience that you have for people is amazing. But however, even if that's unbalanced, you can lose yourself in that process. And a lot of young women, especially us black young women, lose ourselves in that almost, especially the first couple times, right? The first couple times, oh my God, mom, dad, you got to be patient. You don't know him like I know him, right? But then sometimes that dude will take everything from you and you didn't even realize it till years later. Now you bitter and messed up. That's why I always preach patience, balance. We got to have balance, right? It's okay to be compassionate. It's okay to have grace for people. It's okay to give people understanding. But what you don't have to do is accept everybody for the BS and sit there and say, that's acceptable behavior and I'm going to take that. You ain't got to do that. I wish somebody would have told me that when I was younger. I would have saved a lot of heartache and a lot of time.
Trust me, I know, sis. The way I see accountability is it goes three ways: the actions you take, the actions you don't take, and the actions you allow against yourself. So even in the process,
Say it again. Oh, say that
goes
again.
through ways: the actions you take, the actions you don't take, and the actions you allow against yourself, and that comes down to your willpower. And the reality is, the things that we accept, although they shouldn't be tolerated, are acceptable. We accept it with having patience, thinking that something will change. And undoubtedly, reality is sometimes it won't, you know? And then sometimes when they do, or when it does happen, usually it's too late in the process where you're pretty much over the situation. And I can speak from experience. You know, I dealt with my kid's father for 9 years, and you know, the only thing that probably would have saved him is if he would have married me, but I still would have talked smack about him, right? But ultimately he burned that candle at both wicks, and there's no more wax and there's no more stem. So what do I have left to go off of?
Exactly. See, and then you got to go through that whole process of finding yourself again. But the thing is like I was saying, like, you know, what Sis said, 100%. If y'all ain't following Lady B, though, I think I'm following you, but I think I just tried to hit follow like 4 more times. Lady B be coming, bro. Which
Yeah,
is
I
sad.
wanted to come back for what he was talking about earlier about stopping people from fighting. Yo, they used to call me RoboCop. I am known for it because at the end of the day, if my back against the wall and I can't run out of this mug too fast, I'm about to break that mug up. I ain't the one to sit there and have the patience to video or, sit there and just watch. I ain't got time for it. And pew pew don't have a name on it. I will break it up. I broke up two white people in the parking lot, YT people in the parking lot one day. And I'm like, yo, do you see him? He got an all black SUV with black tinted windows. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't, the legal proof, tinted windows. And I'm like, you picking a battle with the wrong guy. Like, y'all adults, act
Yeah.
like kids. And they wonder why kids don't take us serious. And even more so with this political aspect. Yo, they are killing me left and right.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that. And there's just nothing but a war on who's drinking the Kool-Aid, not realizing they both drinking the Kool-Aid. They're just two different colors.
Oh my
Anyway,
my God, drowning.
I'm just
That's
like,
why you also said the word balance, baby girl. When I said I asked for God for balance and he will give you something to balance out.
yes, balance. Balance is the key
I
to
take that word
everything.
back. I don't even use that word. I use common ground.
Yep,
And
common
the
ground.
80-20 rule.
Yep.
Because
I,
when
I
I
have a
asked
question
for
for
it,
you.
huh?
I have a question for you.
What's that?
If a man is unhealed, right, whatever capacity that may look like for a woman, do you, okay, because I hear a lot of women say this has nothing to do with the damn prompt shit at all. But I hear a lot of people say that if
Oh,
you
they
are
do.
unhealed, whether man or woman, you're unhealed, you should not get into relationships and you should seek therapy, right? And my answer a little different than that, but I'm gonna ask your opinion on it.
I,
I believe like if someone has to go seek therapy and by the time they get the help that they need, I feel like that draws people further away from each other. If I had to go outside of you to get help, you sent me somewhere to get help, and then when I got the help, then I realized that you're not even a person for me.
that's
Just
very
speaking on my
respectable.
experiences, I believe my wife had the power to heal me, but I hear a lot of times on this app that people don't really believe that, like, I guess they call it trauma dumping. Like if you come with any type of baggage, you shouldn't trauma dump. And I believe if you
They
dealing with
misuse that
anybody,
word.
I believe if you
Sorry, they
dealing with
misuse that word.
anybody, I believe that you have to be strong enough to not pay for the consequences of what other people done to them, but be willing to understand it and try to help them unpack that. And a lot of times people don't believe that you should have to carry no luggage from someone previous relationship. And how
I,
do you
I
know
would
that?
I would denounce that to say that when it comes to any situation, all that a person is and all that what made them to be who they are, rather they have to unpack or they're relearning self and whatnot because we all come at different levels. That's why I love calling myself Lady B level. But whatever level you're at, and say you and that person aren't on the same page, which sometimes that's the situation. But when you are able to have that understanding of self, both of you having that understanding of self and able to meet at a common ground, that means that mentally, emotionally, and maybe even financially, y'all might not be on the same ground, but y'all can stand together and find ways to delegate which one person is strong in one area and the other person is weak in that area. So y'all compensate for each other. I believe it's teamwork. And yes, when a woman takes on a broken man, just like when a man takes on a broken woman, you are taking on their burdens and their demons. But no, by no means should the person that is standing next to you should have to suffer. And that's where the proper love and proper protection comes in, because protection also comes with, if I love you so much, I will protect you from me.
All right, Sean, you right, bro. Okay, I'm about to hurt some feelings. I'm sorry. Whoever said that to you that's some bullshit. That's all bullshit. Not what Lady B said, but you gotta get in relationships when you have no baggage. You go first off. You live a whole life, right? And I'm 32 years old. I have had a lot of things happen within my 32 years of living, just like I'm pretty sure everybody
I got
who's
1
older
year
than
on
me
it.
and younger than me has a lot of shit that has happened in their life.
I'm
Okay.
33.
33. Just saying. 33. 33. 33 is. Y'all get my point. We've all had a lot of stuff. If you think you're gonna get into a relationship where when you're 100% healed, you're gonna be unalived and 6 feet under. Okay, healing is lifelong. You are always going to be healing, as you are always going to be improving, and so on and so forth. That is life. Okay. The problem with that rhetoric that I have an issue with, because I see it all the time. Oh, well, they need to be 100% healed. No, you want them 100% healed so you can take their entire plate and then some. Okay. Nah. The red flag. Red flag on the plate. Hell no. It's okay, right? But this is where I'm gonna push back and say, if you want to get into a relationship, right? That's your goal, that's your plan, then you need to be able to have this thing called self-accountability. You need to be accountable and say, hey, what is it that I'm after? What is it that I'm looking for? And what can I bring to that relationship as well? Not just what I can take from it.
That's
right?
art of self-awareness.
That part. Ladies, some of y'all ladies in here, okay, I see y'all on the outside. I'm gonna need you to take notes. Ask yourself what you can bring. Stop asking what he can bring all the damn time. It's not up for him to bring everything. You got to bring some stuff too. Just saying. Okay. I call us women out because like I'm harder on us because I know we better than this.
Oh yeah, because you know what most women are doing? They're matching men, and the men that they're going against aren't the same men that they're trying to match. So ultimately, they're fighting a lose-lose situation, and they're just breaking good men, just like men have broken good women. And like I tell people, not all men are bad, but not all women are good. So, you know, we have to be able to correct both parties. And that's why I hate when it's just solely on a man, because it's not just a man. And, you know, there's many things that come into those factors, but it's not just a woman either, you know, and holding someone accountable is something that we have yet to do, because we have yet to hold ourselves accountable for things as well as being honest, which is why we don't trust anyone, because we're not honest with ourselves, nor are we honest with other people. So you expect you out of other people. That's why the whole aspect of saying, oh, such and such is cheating on me comes out, because more likely you're doing it. And because you believe that somebody has to be doing it, because you know you're not doing it, you believe the other person is doing it. So that becomes a trickle down effect that spirals out of control because the foundation isn't there.
Exactly. And I know it sounds cliche. And it sounds, oh, everybody just says that. And it is really true. You can't love somebody until you learn to love yourself.
Exactly.
If you can't give yourself everything that you were looking for from another person, don't go over there and ask that person for that, because you have no idea what that takes in order for them to have that. This is the reason why I hate this love language crap. Okay, y'all up here. Oh, I need quality time. No, you want
need all of it.
quality time.
AJ, Kev must didn't hear you. Because you say you hate that love language stuff, you know. Kev
he already knows. He already knows. Look, I was the one that destroyed that. He had a live. Let me tell you something. He had a live about that, right? Like about a year ago, maybe some change ago. He had a whole live. Everybody's in here. No, love languages are real. Love languages, and I snapped. I was like, first off, y'all full of shit. Because the thing is, if you in a relationship, if I'm in a relationship, I'm not even gonna use y'all. I'm gonna say me. If I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna do all them damn things. Okay, I'm gonna want to spend time with you. I'm gonna want to kiss you. I'm gonna want to do all these damn things. This is not one of these, right? Y'all need to go fix yourselves if you expecting just one of those things from somebody else, right? The last person that came up to me and was like, "Hey, yeah, so my love language is quality time." Bitch, you want quantity time. I ain't gonna sit on the phone with you 365 days out of the year on FaceTime listening to you breathe. That's crazy.
Yes, I can't stand it.
That's crazy.
Hey,
nobody's gonna do that. I got a life.
I could be wrong I ain't gonna say I could be wrong, because the shit worked for me. So I'm gonna say I'm right. I think I believe for me, I think I cracked the code on two things.
What's up?
It just worked for me and my wife. I don't know if it worked for everyone else.
My thing.
Hey, as long as it works for you and your wife, that's who it's supposed to work with. So
number one, I realized that, and I think a lot of people do this. No, people don't have their own ideas of, like, if you're a man dating a woman, or if you're a woman dating a man, if you're a woman dating a woman, or a man dating a man, whatever it may be, however you like it. People don't allow people to show up and deal with them based upon who they are as a person.
No, society say,
that's what I'm saying. Society say, as a woman, this how you should show up, and as a man, this how you should show up, and we're all trying to hold people to those standards that we don't even have for ourselves. Like,
exactly.
I love to clean.
Oh, I'm so happy you say that.
But that's exactly what I'm saying, Sean. People got to learn to love themselves. When you start going on that self-love journey is when you start figuring out what it is you actually care about and what you don't. Because a lot of people, like you said, they're living a life based on what they think they're supposed to do, right? I may
Yeah.
be a queer lady who dates other women. That's fine. But I can assure you there is no difference between my relationships with other women and straight relationships. We still deal with the same shit.
Yeah.
I still got to deal with the same stuff. It ain't no different, right? I still got to deal with infidelity at times. I still got to deal with games. I got to deal with a bunch of other stuff, right? Just like any other straight couple would, right? The only
And,
difference is it's just two women. There ain't no difference.
Sorry, a
and,
man,
and
I won't fight a man, but a woman, I couldn't do it. I'm about to
But
beat
okay,
him.
but hold on, because I want to touch on that, right? Because just real quick, I'm gonna touch on that.
I'm sorry. I'm just
All these bitter women, right? No, because you're bringing up a good point. Because the thing is this is where things are getting very dangerous, and I need to actually point out some truths. A lot of these bitter women that are trying to switch teams, quote unquote, these straight girls trying to be gay. Let me tell you something. When you get into a same-sex relationship, do you understand that your domestic violence rate goes up? It goes up tremendously. Tremendously. Just so you're aware, the abuse rate is even higher.
I can
Don't
imagine.
come over here thinking that, oh, well, it's going to be rainbows and sunshines because it's another woman. Honey, we're both women. You put your hands on me, I'm slapping you.
hey, I got a question.
Knuckle up, because I ain't.
Just saying.
I know they have this thing. I don't know the right term, so excuse me if I say the wrong word. I seen like when
Exactly, Jacob.
it's a woman and a woman, right? But I guess one is I guess you call it a stud, as they say, right? And
Okay.
okay, yeah. So how come that stud don't have to have the same standards that the man should have? Like, how come the stud ain't got to be the provider and a protector?
So this is where the dynamics in those relationships are different, right? Because, and again, this is where people also are messing up because I don't even understand how you have gender roles and you're both the same gender, but whatever, for the most part. So with that being said, right? Like, so for me, I guess considered like more of like a masculine presenting person. I got short hair. I wear baggy clothes, right? It is what it is. Whatever. Because I'm still also dating a woman, like at this point, where do gender roles make sense, right? Because she can't come over here and be like, oh, baby, it's because I'm on my period. Like, girl, me too.
Because y'all in sync now.
Now we synced up, like what you talking about. You know what I mean? Like these dynamics don't work anymore, right? So at this point, your relationship changes, right? There is no gender and gender role. At that point, it's whoever you decide, okay, which one's going to provide, which one's not. Right? If you're both going to do 50-50, then you don't do 50-50. It's the same thing even with straight relationships. You got men who want to stay home with kids, and that's perfectly fine. Right? If that's the better dynamic. You got women who want to stay home with kids. If that's the better dynamic, go for it. You got couples that are 50-50 and they've been married 30-40 years. You got couples where he makes all the money and she pays all the bills, or vice versa. However they choose to do it. At the end of the day,
y'all
my whole point
linked up like Wi-Fi.
Yeah, like my whole point is like when it comes to relationships, do what is ever going to work for you, right? Because I am, how I am. I'm queer, right? I don't have gender roles, so gender roles wouldn't apply to me at all. Like it doesn't matter it don't matter, bro. If I put on a do-rag and sag my pants, I'm still a woman at the end of the day. Like I'm still gonna get a period. I get booty. Okay, sometimes I get mad for no reason because you breathe too hard and now you in my space. Like it's still the same dynamic. It's just my clothes are different. You know what I mean? When I'm comfortable is different, and
but I'm happy that you acknowledge that because that shows that you're comfortable with yourself. There are a lot of people that battle self, and then there's a lot of people outside of that community that, whatever they consider themselves, and they're trying to marker it. And like, there's conversations I've sat in, and like they got like hell bent just for me, just saying like, how do you expect other women to feel in certain situations? And they're like, well, you're offending us. And I'm like, but what about the woman that feels offended? What about her? And when I say they dropped me, I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, so the one thing that I will say that collectively, no matter whether you're queer, you're not queer, however you'd identify, the problem that I'm starting to see today is everybody is looking for validation in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You're looking for validation on an outside level, and at the end of the day, you have to be comfortable with you, right? Whatever it is you choose to do, however you choose to live your life, whatever decision it is, whether you want to take that job, not take that job, no matter what it is in life, you have to be 100% validated within yourself on whether or not that is going to be the best opportunity for you. Because if you're basing it off everybody else, people's opinions change.
Exactly.
Right? People, you know what I mean, and you see that, right? All of these anti-LGBTQ rhetoric that I've been seeing pushed through here the past 2 years, none of y'all was saying this 4 years ago. None of y'all was saying this 5 years ago.
They didn't
6
even know
years ago.
cis existed, and it was created in the 1990s.
Yeah, that was 1990s, right? Pride, right? It's first off, I'm gonna correct a few things, right? Because these were the hypocrisies that I kept seeing, especially in the month of June. We all know that that's Pride Month.
Here.
Pride Month has been there since 1969. Okay, that was due to some riots, right? Pride is a protest. That is not Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Correction. June is Men's Health Awareness Month. Mental health awareness is in May. Now, what I don't understand is that a lot of y'all jump on this app talking about we hate men are terrible, this, that, and the third, until it comes Pride Month, and now we care about men's mental health. Where was this 365 days out of the year? All these other years.
And they be ready to wreck ship. I know.
That's my point. You see what I'm saying? That's just where I'm at. I'm a very balanced person. I'm very secure in who I am. I validate myself. I don't need validation from everybody else. I'm never going to push that rhetoric. I want everybody to do that.
Yeah. And
right?
I respect you totally just from this small conversation that we had about it, because it's very rare that you'll meet somebody that is comfortable with self. Usually when they're offended, they're uncomfortable with self and everything that comes with it. And it's like, it's almost like taking on the weight of the world. But it's like we choose to, as a mother, I choose to, because I'm a mother and I'm gonna show up as a mother. That when my kid's not around, don't expect.
Well, I mean, I'm also an advocate, and I've been working with LGBTQIA youth forever, right? I've been a part of this community for God, I don't even know how long, pretty much my whole life. So, talking to people and spreading awareness and understanding that a lot of what the conversation is a lot of it is fear, a lot of it is misinformation, and a lot of it is people wanting to ask questions, but they're scared to.
Exactly.
So this is where I'm like, okay, screw the political BS. Ask what you need to ask, because at some point you're never going to get the understanding if you're constantly having to think, okay, how do I say this in a way that's not offensive? Now you've lost what your question is. You've lost the whole thing. Now what you're asking me is something completely off, but you didn't even get your question answered.
Yeah. And that's why there's no true common ground if there's always a discrepancy based off of the words I use. Those are words. I remember the old saying, and a lot of those old sayings, they say they're cliche, but I still use them till today. 16 stones will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. So I'm not easily offended by a word, like I'm not just going to fall off the handle. But on this app, I just be like, okay. But I'm here for it at times, but sometimes my mental capacity is just like over the roof, and I don't have time for it because we too old to be stuck on words, just like we still debating the same old shit. Like it's not a new today.
That part, you know what I mean? And that's the reason why, I like having the conversations, you know what I mean? But I also don't have the conversation where it's like, okay, well, I'm gay and that's my whole personality, because I'm not. That's not my whole personality. I can talk about various different things. You know what I mean? I'm human, multifaceted.
Wrong with that.
So, we're multifaceted, people just like everybody else, but it's always definitely important, you know what I mean, to understand that, especially and I'm going to bring it back to the topic, because y'all know how I do, bringing it back to biases, right? That y'all actually do your research into why you may be biased about something. People who 9 times out of 10 that are biased about LGBTQIA stuff, a lot of the time it's misinformation that was fed to you. It's somebody who's out here acting in a way because they need validation from somebody else. You're not even talking to a person who actually struggles with that. A lot of the time, you know what I mean? Some people will play it up, right? There's some people, and again, I came out probably when I was 13, right? I've been out pretty much my whole life. You know what I mean? Have I dated men? Of course. I'm curious. I had to figure out myself. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit there and say I didn't. I had to figure myself out.
Respectfully so, that gate was open for you. It's almost like people have doors, and like they act like the door's not open, and then if nobody wants to walk in, it's like you have to come in here, and it's like no. Any fence has an entry and an exit. You pick and choose your battles wisely. Now, what I tell people is learn how to drink your own water. which is not everybody has to know everything. Learn how to drink your own tea, where you can sip tea and talk about yourself amongst people. And then, when you talk business, you drink your coffee. But it's like there's no monetizing that, because it's almost like people have taken everything and threw it out like confetti and glitter, as if that's just the thing to do, when it's simply an individual thing, because we are not cookie cutter people. We are not one and the same. We are different and beautiful in our own way, because we are art. But ultimately, it comes down to you as a person understanding self, loving self, taking care of self, and putting yourself around the same people that are open and, willing to accept you as you are. I'm the type of person, I can walk in any room just for the fun of it. And I get respect either which way it goes, but I'm never going to change who I am when it comes to my critical values. Who I am is simply who I am. But I also know the levels that I can play on because of who I am, and because of the how can I say, the boundaries I choose to cross, just to simply see what the hell is going on. Because why the fuck? But that's me. That's just me.
Yeah, 100%.
But mental health is definitely, it's a crisis right now in many forms of fashion. It's not just, identity thing, like just watching the debate, and we all watching the same thing, and then people coming back and was like, well, she didn't say this and she didn't say that. Well, then what the fuck did she say? Because I'm pretty sure we watched the same thing.
People's interpretations of stuff. That's
Exactly.
really what
But
it is.
that's
But
perception.
yeah,
Perception is your reality.
it's
Keyword
reality.
your. That doesn't take away from reality because you chose not to hear it.
That's true.
You know?
That's true. But I mean, like I said, I think at the end of the day, people just need to start focusing on validating themselves and other people, and not stop looking for it through other people. At the end of the day,
But I
that'd be
mean,
fine.
it's really hard for them to do that because what society is projecting, right? And that's why I say this election isn't just about the electorals, it's about us as a people. Because if you don't like where we're at right now today, part of the problem is us. We didn't sit there and pay attention to it when it actually mattered, other than the president alone, because that's what they put in our face, right? We never have enough time, but we still have the same 7 days a week, 24/7 a day. Yet we don't have any time because we don't know how to time management, or we don't know how to prioritize things. That's a choice. But we don't, I can't expect people to know that if you wasn't taught that, especially when it comes to discipline and structure. Like I said, I have critical values because of how I was raised. I was raised by old people and I love them to death, you know? So that's just me. But when I look at some things and it's like, yeah, they messed up big time when they dropped the ball. And I knew it back then when they took away discipline out the house. It was a major problem. Just a day ago, they had a pew pew situation that happened here. Oh, okay. Kev, it looks like it's just me and you.
Right. I was over here looking. I guess I'm going to pay attention back to my live. I was just checking out this something real quick. I do got like an hour on this thing left, maybe an hour and a half. And I
Well, I'm
just go,
hanging,
oh shoot, this
but I
thing
need
popped up
some
my
work on
ear and
some
stuff.
stuff, but I'm hanging. I said I'm hanging.
You
I
said
need to
what?
work on some stuff. I need to take my laptop out.
Nah, you got all the work here. So I'm talking to you. Give me a second real quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we back. She got a phone call. Yeah. How far y'all end up getting? I was
We
having
was
paying
talking about
attention. My
several
bad.
things, but she was just, yeah, she was talking
Several.
about
I feel it.
herself, and I was telling her how I respect it, and how we can come to a common ground and just be people. But she was saying the most important thing is validating
Hey,
self, not looking
yeah,
for it, which is very true.
yeah. I would say, yeah, I like that. Be people, or be the best version you can, and then also in the midst of it, don't affect other people, man. Even if your choices. I be thinking about stuff like when people be like, "No, I'm just," when people be slicking with people and all that stuff. But low key, you is still affecting the next person because a lot of people just don't want to admit that they hurt. And when they do things like that, they be using that to cope with certain things, which further damage them, and they really don't
Yeah,
notice
it's
it. So they
spiraling.
just,
It's they need another word
yeah,
for it.
they be like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm just doing this for
You know
fun." But
how
no, it's
people
tearing your
have
life
crash
up.
outs? It's almost the opposite of crash out because they think they're doing something because they're doing something, but it's only hindering them even more because they're not
Yeah.
dealing with it. And by the time they turn around, it's a whole bunch of mountains, and they don't want to deal with it because they don't want to go through that hurt. But that's why I learned to deal with it within the moment, because I don't want to turn around and even though it's gonna hurt the same, that pain don't last that long. You know, that's just like when people talk about the healing journey. It's just similar to prayer. You do it on a daily because once you unpack those wounds
Hmm.
from your childhood to your adulthood, now you still have to deal with the day to day. Just simply driving in traffic and people cutting you off and XYZs. It's to be expected, but at the same time, you gonna feel some type of way. You know, so, it's normal for us to, um, say how we feel or be frustrated in situations, but make it within that situation. Don't make that your day. You know, a moment is a moment. And it's for us to decipher the good and the bad. But you don't sit there and be angry all day because you were stuck in traffic or somebody cut you off and whatnot. Like, no. Now, in that moment, speak your piece. But after that, let it go. If it's part of a conversation, that's one thing, but it shouldn't be something lingering in your conscience because I'm pretty sure you got bigger fish to fry.
Facts, 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 facts. Feel that one for sure. Did we I
I can't.
I wanted to get on that statistic. Y'all talked about
What's
that
that?
one
I
too.
can't see. I'm blind. I need
Statistic.
glasses playing with y'all here.
Okay, so you're blind. You need to
Yeah,
borrow
please
these
do,
things. I
because who
got you. You
wants
go.
to?
So the one of them is how important is
How
statistics
important is
today?
statistics? I believe statistics really don't exist. Why would I say that? Is because, like we said earlier, with standards, people will hold you to a certain thing and not live up to that same factor. Now, when it comes to statistics and studies and whatnot, um, exactly who are they doing those studies on, what area, and it's usually not the prominent areas, just the areas they choose to do their study in. So a
Yeah.
lot of it boils down to a lot. And I mean, if we didn't do the survey, why am I using that as a compass, right? I can use it as a compass, but it shouldn't be like the stamp on everything. Like that's the end all be all. No, that's just like they talking about immigrants, and our biggest problem isn't even immigrants; it's Americans. It's our biggest knuckleheads in America. Just like the KKK. I don't know.
I
With
don't know if
the
you said
knot
that.
and all that, they was all up in Ohio and walking the streets like they did the Capitol. Yeah, they did it again. And then he admitted to lying. That's why I can't be a politician. I
Mm-hmm.
can't. I cannot. I can't. I don't have the patience for that. Like, even with what I do, like, unless somebody's willing to actually do the work honestly, you're not paying me. You're paying for an investment in you to make a change. So, if unless you're willing to do that, I'm not willing to waste your time. So don't waste mine. And you got people that's just willing to waste time and money. So it's time people know the difference.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, I would say on the statistic one, I say it varies. I wouldn't say it don't exist. I do. I just it's just like 'cause I can say the same thing about history, but it's just you either choose to believe in it or not,
Exactly.
and what's the reason why. And then also could save you. So I use things like statistics or history to better my current life or maybe better others of what possibly can happen if that's what they say. It's like if they say, just like we identify what okay, if everybody ate poison, they probably unalive. I'm not about to be that one person that's like, I got to check it out for myself. I think, that's the whole point of statistics is like, all right, it's like a
Hmm.
trial and error type situation. but you can also believe if it's a trial and error type. So if a bunch of people were smoking cigarettes and all this other stuff, and they catch and they get lung, you know what I'm talking about? They get the lung stuff. It's like, nah, I'm not about to be the one to test it out because a bunch of people already done, went through it and stuff. So I would believe that statistic, even if it's statistics. Like I think somebody used earlier about one of the made statistics on all men is misogynist or something like that. Okay, that's cool, right? I would just try my best to be like, let me make sure I stay away from being misogynistic ways. I don't have to be the one. I have to prove differently, something like that. But but I don't think a lot of people got that in them. They just rather say, nah, that's not true. That's not true. That's biased.
But
That's all
that's
this other
using it
stuff.
as a
But
compass. It's a pushing you in a certain direction, but you're not using it as a whole. That's just like for me, for instance, watching Maury, right? I never wanted to be put in that predicament. So why would I sleep with multiple at one time with the chance of getting pregnant and then not knowing who? Because then guess who that fall back on? Me. Because I don't know, right? I'm not doing that to myself.
Right.
And it was regardless if it was considered a statistic or not. I just seen how embarrassing it was. And, as a person, like, you should hold yourself to a certain standard, And that's where, like, I thought
don't you believe others might not? Because the thing is, I always try to think about others that don't have the same mentality as me. Because it's just like somebody mentioned earlier, there's many sheeps, right? And some of us, sometimes we could be sheeps, but some of us might have to get some information. Because I do believe in the scare tactic or whatever they want to call it. Because a lot of churches do that. They quick to tell you that you're going to hell in a matter of seconds and stuff. But it works for some people. Some people need to hear that. Some people it don't work on. So you have to come with them a whole other angle and stuff. So it's like I do believe that, for people that, to save some lives, especially if your goal is to help the community and we gonna keep crying about, oh, it's so dangerous and all that stuff, then what role we gonna play? That's the reason why I don't try to really just live life based off of just selfishness. I do gotta care about myself first, but I don't think life is only just about me. So I just also try to help people in the process for what I believe in. I believe that we're here to help save many people. So many different forms of saving and stuff. And, just basically save people from themselves. And a lot of the times that we make our decisions based off of,
hey, Lala.
what people popping up in here. Oh, that's soon as I pretty. It was quiet. Everybody, all these people that was in here now. That's not What's the deal, twins and triplet? How y'all feeling? Yeah, lucky I got an hour for y'all.
So here,
But
we getting this thing.
hey, I got topics all this week. I can't prepare. That's why I started today. I got some topics all this week.
I'm ready.
I'm prepared all this week. I got straight up stuff. Facts. Oh, even Sunday, that's gonna be the scary one, man. I'm asking people, do they believe their kids? That was a topic that was a post that I just did today. So basically it's gonna be on Sunday I'm doing the one where do they believe your kids should be dating in high school or something like that. And then the topic itself is going to be basically people that don't get along with their parents usually can't get along with people. I got stuff all day. I got stuff all this week.
Oh my God.
There you go. Man, you preaching.
Because why are you encouraging that?
I'm doing that one that I did in your room too. The one I said in your room, I'm gonna do that Friday because I feel like that's the juicy enough for Friday. With the man chases peace and woman chase happiness, that's the one I'm doing Friday. Yeah. Tomorrow I'm doing gratefulness. I'm trying to see if it's like a gratitude checklist. So it's basically I'm trying to see where everybody appreciation and gratefulness is at.
Wanting peace and a woman wanting happiness. Because you can't come in and I'm giving you rainbows and unicorns and cupcakes and you a whole tornado outside. Cut it out.
Yeah, that's Friday. I gotta leave that juicy for Friday, man, because that's gonna be a long
Day was a good night.
Yeah, how y'all feeling anyways? I'm over here, I'm half cheating on my stuff and then still trying to get this going at the same time. Cause cause just the girl on, she would I don't know if y'all know, I don't know if y'all know who Chevy is and Ashley. They two other viral people. They are live on YouTube right now. But yeah, that's gonna be big. That's the new big three. Talk about Kendrick and all them. This is the new big three. All three of them known for like, you know, holding women
Ashley,
accountable and
the
all that
one
other
you got
stuff.
the
And they, you
one
know, they
girl,
get.
the I think it's
I'm gonna show
about
you. You
Ashley.
gonna know
Yeah,
exactly because yeah, the like she kind of on the
she
heavy
light skinned,
side. She
right?
more on the heavy side, but she beautiful. She look real good. She
Is
probably be
she
the
light
only heavy girl I actually
skinned?
like. So I'm talking to. Yeah, she light skinned. She
Yeah,
do
yeah,
hair.
that's
She do hair
Ashley.
and all that stuff.
I didn't even know she was that
Yeah, her.
size.
Yeah, all them went viral. Even Chevy, she viral too. I don't know if
Chevy don't
you
sound
heard of
familiar to
Chevy.
me, but send me one of her videos if you ever come across. Yeah.
I'll show you. I'll show you her too. All three of them on right now. They just on YouTube though. They got they live running, but let me show you. Let me show you Chevy. I've been seeing her like crazy, like on her dang, I keep forgetting to take this off.
Chevy.
Ain't better see through there. And she nice. She like a raw version of them. I ain't gonna lie. She
Oh
remind me
wait,
of
well no, that's not.
you
Not talking
ever
about the
heard
girl
of
because this is another girl who be really. Oh, her.
this Chevy?
Oh,
Yeah, I
dang. Oh,
sent
they
it to
together.
him.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
all three of them
That's
together. It's
what's
over.
up.
You know.
No,
Yeah, I'm so happy for it. Just yeah, she getting her face out. They
they
getting their
probably
face
the
out. It's gonna be
Avengers.
a wrap. And don't let Kitty be in there.
Yeah,
I know
you
y'all
gotta
know who
show me her
Kitty
too.
is. No, I'm a
Show me
super
her.
big fan of her. No, I'm like, dog,
When
let
Show
her
me
I
be in.
her.
It's
started,
over.
I had started TikTok, but the people that I was talking to about doing TikTok, they was like, "Oh, don't do your own thing. Do what everybody else was doing." And I was so conflicted at the time. I was like, you know what? Trick this social media. I made 1,000 followers in 2 days, and I shut the whole thing down.
Hey, what's show me Kitty?
Ooh, hell.
Kitty, she be on the little talk
What
show. What
happened?
is that talk show that she be
Oh,
on?
Yeah, no.
you say you don't know who
She
Kitty
said
is?
she don't.
Oh, you seen her face too? Nah, I'm gonna show you. But I ain't say that. I put that in the chat. I like wait till if Kitty come in here, this really gonna be dead. Let me show you her. I actually got her on my page. She
She's
like my
really
main one
cool. I
on my
like her.
page.
And she's animated.
She the main one. She my second. She my second prompt on my page. Hold
She's
on. I'm about to
more
click on my.
comedic,
Let
but
me
she
let me see
tells
if I
the
can find
truth with it. And I love that's the type of comedy I like.
it. Yeah, I'm gonna show you her. You gonna know that she. You gonna see in her face before. Hold on. Let me see real quick. Hold on, right here. This is her right here.
Oh, her. Oh, yeah, Kitty getting there.
No, I'm talking about the other one,
That's
but they
Kitty.
be on the
Yeah,
same show together. Her and the light,
yeah, that's
she's
Kitty.
lighter skinned.
I seen her on the live too a couple times though too. I got
She is a
starstruck. I'm
pretty
like, dang,
woman. She is
how much?
pretty.
How much?
She cool.
Yeah, but she be
But what's
speeding
the
up
other one
fast though.
name? I
I ain't
thought
gonna
her name
lie.
was Kitty. The other one that be on stage with her. They all on the same talk show.
I ain't gotta watch it. I ain't watched the whole show though for real. But I know her and that one dude that I can't tell what he is. I don't know if he a
Oh, the one with the
pander or if
dreads?
he's a.
Well,
I don't
let
know
me see
what
who
he is.
he is. Who the panderer?
Huh?
I think he got dreads. I don't like him.
The dude, the first. Let me hold up. The first dude right here, right at the beginning. You gonna see this? Hold on. Actually, the video right here. Cause he be like, "Kitty, get her." But this dude
Oh
right
my
here.
Ladies
God,
feel like
no.
women are seriously ready for
He straddles
emotionally
the fence.
intelligent men.
Kitty, what do you think?
Okay, let's talk about what emotional intelligence comes with before we even get into this conversation, okay? We're talking about you wanting a man who is tolerant, who regulates his emotions, who also knows how to manage your emotions. But you're also talking about a man who knows how to navigate his sensitivities and everything else when it comes to that. But you have to consider that an emotionally intelligent man is good at cutting people off when he sees that your sensitivities bring too much reactivity.
Facts.
When he sees that you cannot regulate your emotions. When he sees
I had to do that recently. I ain't gonna lie. All right, but yeah.
But he
Yeah, that's
straddles the fence
Kit.
for
And that dude at the beginning, I forgot his name though.
I don't know
I
the
swear, I
name.
don't know if he a pander or
He
not. I
straddles
can't
the
tell.
fence because he does it more so for the people.
Yeah, he a heavy. I can't.
Yes,
He
he
a heavy
straddles hard.
straddler.
I
I
don't really
cannot
follow
tell.
him. I follow the guy with the glasses. I see her all the time, and then there's another one. She's a thicker girl. She's really nice. But she's like more comedic with it. I can't remember the names at all, y'all. Sorry. Huh?
She dark skin or light skin?
So she's not the light skinned girl. Her name is. I
Oh,
follow her.
it seemed like she talking about the one.
No,
Right, the
this
one we
is
just
It's
talking about
a
that's in
light
it's
there.
skinned.
another
It's a light
one.
skinned chick with the big eyes.
follow her.
Yeah. And she had braces, I think, right
Light
now.
skin chick with the big eye.
I cannot think of her girl name right now. That's crazy. I follow her
But she's
though.
more comedic,
Yeah,
but
she's
she
a
be telling
comedy.
the
She's a
truth.
comedic.
Yeah.
Yeah, she be really straightforward, but she leans more on the women's side though. And she does, because she'll definitely like bring somebody down tonight. What
You
is
talking
her
about
name?
It's the other main chick on
the
there.
light skinned girl that
I
was
thought her name was Cat or Kitty or something like that.
easy?
It's not.
No, her name is That makes me mad as heck. I can't think of her name for
I
real.
can't either.
It's
Shabla. And I'm sorry.
No.
Here they go they live right now. Here they go.
Aren't they
right
all
here.
in Texas?
Oh shoot.
Where they at? They either in Texas
No,
or
I don't know if they're in the same spot. But this all three of them.
Let's listen to it.
Dang, I done switched the dang on screen.
Let me
I
listen
just
to you
noticed
since
that.
you listen to it too.
No, you ain't got no. Listen to me. So far gone because the grandmothers are now 35. That's Chevy talking right now. And then I don't know. I don't recall my mom and my auntie. See, that's just the girl where y'all know her. That's the Ashley girl. Well, and that's Chevy in the top right corner. Hold on. Thank you. They was outside in the backyard. Right. Okay. They had barbecues. Okay, so it was a level of respect. It was a level of responsibility. Just put Kitty in there. It's over, boy. I can't be too gritty now. But I love that they even them three done got together. No,
I
that's
love seeing their talk
lovely.
shows, like just seeing them make it. Because I remember when I started TikTok and all that, and they all started at the same time. And I was just trying to get business advice, and like that's where I learned: don't ask people for directions, just do it. You know. But that's where I had to reflect on life in other ways, because I don't practice what I preach. I practice what I speak.
Ooh. I'm about to manifest that over there. Kitty next, man. It's gonna be the full duel. The Kitty gonna be witty.
Our podcast is gonna
That's
be
gonna be a
lit.
heavy one to get over that, because I think she is like, I think her popularity is over all of them though. I ain't gonna lie, but I believe the way they all gonna get seen.
They was all doing that show in what you call it, which was pretty cool. Wherever they was doing the show at, what was it called? Something Speak. I can't pull it up on the other phone. And I don't know.
I think it's necessary.
Oh, then put Love Dorsey in there. What about her? Y'all don't remember?
Where are you at? Think of it.
Love Dorsey. She about as raw as dang on shit. Well, Chevy, no, Chevy ain't as raw as Love Dorsey though, but they both raw though.
Yeah, I like it. It's better than a lot of these people that be talking from
Dorsey.
Oh, Love Dorsey.
Yeah.
You probably seen her before.
Yeah.
You talk like your homeboy.
I got you. What's up, idiots? BBO in the building.
Bacterial vaginosis.
I'm so mad I don't remember names. I'm so bad at that.
I don't really come up on here a lot, so I be just chilling.
What's the show called again? What's that show called again that she's on anyway? That Kitty's on. What's that show called?
That's what I'm trying to figure out, yo.
I don't know the name of it. That's what y'all said. Y'all know the. Yeah, I don't know the show. I ain't know the show.
Y'all be feeling like they be asking pre-scripted questions. I feel like they be the question be pre-scripted sometimes because the answers be too good.
It is.
Like, hey,
probably even go over
it.
On point.
It's like, hey, we're gonna ask this.
I don't think it's ad-lib.
It's beautiful on
this
this
Love
side.
Dorsey.
It's beautiful on this side.
I'm trying to find it.
A lot of y'all, it's hard to understand this concept because you didn't have your father in your life. I'm telling you, it's rooted in that. A lot of y'all, your old man did you wrong in ways that you never got over.
I'm trying to show her she will cook coffee.
A lot of y'all, your mama took her traumas and projected onto y'all. So a lot of stuff your daddy wasn't around.
Wait, I like her.
Yeah, you said her. Yeah, I actually before all them, that's who I used to watch. I watched her before Kevin Samuels on TV. That was crazy.
Reels and stuff like that.
Yeah, but honestly, why people like her is she like the cool cousin that give you all the cool advice that from a woman perspective, but give it to you because she kind of like. But like most guys probably wouldn't like date her type of personality archetype, to be honest with you. But she does give a certain unique type of game. But I'm just saying, like most guys wouldn't be attracted to that type of energy. But you know, I do feel like she my cool. I got a cousin like her. It's kind of like she probably like a used to be player kind of type. You know what I mean? She been out there.
Yeah,
she been in the streets.
She used to follow all the dope dealers.
Yeah,
I was talking about Keita Rose. Y'all know Keita Rose? Keita Rose.
Yeah, Keita. Yeah, that's her. That's her name. Thank you, Keita Rose. Yeah,
that's who I was talking about.
Yeah, you should know Keita Rose. Cash, she on the show, on the same show.
I'm trying to find
That's
the
what I
show
said. That's
now.
what y'all said. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
look her
I'm
up.
trying to find
That's
the
what I
show
said. That's
now.
what y'all said. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
look her up. You
just put
say
that in there.
Keita
You'll know exactly what
Rose.
he's talking
Ever
about.
ever seen?
Yeah.
What's
Hi,
it? Key? How you spell
Kenny.
it?
KITA
T-A. Oh,
Yeah.
Keita Rose.
Y'all
She's
heard
pretty
about that girl
cool.
Alter?
Dang, I ain't
Yeah,
never
she's
seen her
pretty
before.
cool.
Wow, that's crazy. I'll
She's
be
in
You ain't
following
never
her
LA.
right
seen about that girl
now.
Alter? Have y'all heard about that girl Alter
So her
Ego?
name is Keita Rose, and the other one
Yeah,
name is
that's why I was
Kitty Rose.
confused.
They love hey, Kel, they love
Ain't
roses,
that
don't
crazy?
Lala, did you say
You
something?
know what?
they?
Right.
They love
Well, whatever
roses,
roses
don't they?
they got, they
They
preach.
love
That's the
roses.
accountability
Old girl
I
over
do
there
rose.
got a
love
rose
roses,
behind.
period.
Yeah, y'all love roses,
The way you
don't
want your
See,
partner.
her name is
they?
Kitty J
Kitty
Rose.
Rose.
What is up with
They
that's
love roses,
crazy?
boy.
The way
Lala,
you
what
want
was
your
you saying?
And she still does her own
Boy.
content, which is pretty cool. And then she's on her own podcast. What is the show? I'm trying to find the show name.
Hold up, I showed you. Somebody I'm missing. Oh, so that was the two I used to watch before. Actually, because it was new to me, right?
Mhm.
Women getting held accountable. It was before Kevin said. So Kevin Samuels was the first guy I ever seen hold women accountable, right? And I was still kind of iffy when I first met him. I'm like, dang, what the heck? Why you so mean? And then whatever, or why you so? It was just scary to me because I
But
wasn't
see,
used to a
aggression
guy
doesn't
doing that,
always
right?
solve a problem
But
either.
when
You
yeah,
wasn't used to got doing
yeah,
what? Say it again, say it
but
again.
the women that I heard before I met before I seen Kevin Samuels, it was Love Dorsey, and it was the one on this app now. Y'all probably see her now. Her name is Shalakemia. She made a few like me and her mutuals too on here. Shalakemia, I used to watch her on
I don't know
Facebook
who
and
that is
stuff.
either.
I don't think she got that
I
big
don't know who
as
you're talking
them
about.
though, but she been seen before, but I don't think
What
she
she
got
look like
that big
again?
though. But she still
Yeah.
put in that work though. So,
Shalamania? I ain't never heard of
huh?
her. What she look like?
Shalakimi, I'll show you her. Yeah, me and her mutuals. Let me see.
Yeah,
I gotta
yeah,
throw
yeah.
it in
Just a
there
flex.
just to flex.
You a high profile. You a high profile TikToker, man.
She
You
has
kind
a
of high profile. You
Okay,
like an
Kev,
I
underground high
wish, I
profile.
wish, I wish.
Kev, it's called
This her
tonight.
right here. This who used to. Dang, I gotta keep making my
It's
screen do
called
this.
tonight's conversation.
yeah, that one.
What's the podcast?
This Shalakimia.
I wanted to highlight this comment because this is what
No,
Oh
Netta,
yeah, I know what it
aka
is.
Joe, did.
No,
Yeah,
I never
yeah,
seen
I
it
yeah.
before.
You seen
haven't.
her
She
before?
told the story.
When you ever
Yeah.
see Hillary do that,
Yeah,
because y'all keep trying to
Yeah,
come for Hillary.
I used to see her on Facebook though.
Didn't she
Maybe
like have like an
Instagram too.
affair
But
on her
her,
boyfriend or her husband? She told a story about it, and she got a lot of followers off that. That the same chick?
I probably don't remember that then. Yeah, probably did. I
You
didn't
talking
see
Nah,
her
about
on
cause
that
she
Reese
part
telling
though.
Pizza?
real. Nah,
I
I don't
just
want to put that on there. It was some chick that
Reese
kind of looked
Pizza.
like her, but she was like she talk about like what women be doing, whatever. But she tell like her own indiscretions and what she used to do.
Oh, her
I don't know if
stories.
that's the
Yeah,
same chick. I don't know if
Hmm.
that's the same chick though.
I don't know.
Oh no, it's probably not.
I wanted to highlight.
Yeah, that's the two ones I used to watch right before
I
Kevin
couldn't get into
Samuels.
him at all. I'm sorry. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, a lot of
Wait a
people
Yeah.
minute.
could. A lot of people could. That's my boy though.
What's
That's
your
probably why I'm the way I am now. I'm like, man, finally a
what's your
dude
dress
sticking his
size? What's
chest
your
out.
dress size? Would it be?
What happened?
Right.
What I do? What did I do?
I'm an image
Like
consultant,
what is
man.
that?
You
Like what
know,
is that?
that dude actually had a
I
profession in that.
the
They
reason
could
I'm
still
not
take
gonna
his.
lie, because
That's crazy.
Kevin Samuels did do talk about a lot of right things, but Kevin Samuels I didn't like. You know what I didn't like about Kevin Samuels, and I couldn't really rock with is he was too much of a like a clean, like too much of a. I'm gonna wear my suits. I gotta wear this cologne. That's what he used to do. That's what I first saw Kevin Samuels. He wasn't talking about these. He was talking
But
about
see,
like
that's why
suits and
people
Yeah.
showed up
wearing.
because he was fresh.
Yeah, yeah, but he was talking about suits and wearing like colognes and different type. And it's just like I'm like a man, like I like to get my hand dirty. I can like get a suit, I can get clean, but they don't really appeal to my type of crowd. Like it's like dudes that
Exactly.
always it's kind of like feminine a little bit, to me. So that's why I really didn't gravitate to Kevin Samuels before like all that like podcast stuff. But he did say some
No.
stuff that was right.
I didn't hear about him unless people talked about him. Was never a fan, especially like the way he would handle up on people. Now, there's a such thing called being brutally honest, but sometimes the way he would go about it, like to me, if they were damaged, he was just causing more damage, you know? And that's why I know for me,
But they
Yeah,
caught him though.
oh,
That's
I
the
know.
part everybody
No,
keep
I
leaving
know
out.
for sure.
They
They put themselves in that box.
I can't
I
feel
mean,
sad
I
for
don't
them.
feel sad for him. It's just that
They
he's
thought
not
they
that
was they
type
thought they
of.
was masculine enough to take him on, and then
Exactly.
got towed out the frame, and then we got to
No,
feel
I
sad for
just
him. That's
like
crazy.
I
I mean,
said.
for
I mean,
them.
he did it, and sometimes people need that, right? It's just that I couldn't get jiggy with it. That's just like some comedians where they tell
True.
jokes about just outlandish things, or people that are comedics and they tell jokes about stuff that really happened. That's the type of stuff I like. I don't like when people hurt themselves on purpose, but if you fall on accident, I'ma laugh. If that makes sense.
Did you how much of them did you
I
watch
didn't
though,
watch
or you just
clips. I
watch
ain't gonna
clips?
lie. Yeah, I
Oh, I
mean,
thought
because
so.
I
Yeah,
couldn't get
because I'm
into
about
it.
to say I watched. Yeah, I used to watch this dude. He know where like the clips they put him out though. He was literally, if you watch the whole
And
thing from
that's
the
what I'm
beginning
saying.
to
I'm not
end,
saying he was a bad guy. I just couldn't get into it. It's like a movie, right? Like you start watching a movie.
you
You
can't
know
get into
what?
clips.
I'm not doing this
Yeah,
shit.
talking about Kevin.
Yeah,
Kevin.
Yeah, yeah.
that guy.
No, my bad.
Did I just get
My bad. I'm moving
screenshot?
around,
What
y'all.
the heck just happened?
Because I'm
How you
holding my
moving the
phone.
screenshot? Don't lie to me.
He said, "Don't lie. Y'all gonna be on
But
YouTube
what,
tonight." No, I'm just
what we
playing.
think
Don't
about
lie
Kevin
to me.
Samuel is that, like, it's so many years that all these talk shows, we've heard these, different women come on saying that they need this, they need that. And then, most of the talk shows that used to come on TV, they used to be like, why can't you find a man? And, oh, she's got this degree. And then, like, they'll try to find men for them, eligible bachelors. And, a lot of times they didn't tell the truth, like the cold hard, like what your uncle tell you. So, like,
Yeah,
the reason why Kevin Samuels became appealing because those women called into those shows. He didn't go and like pick out those women and go target those women and then just talk about those women.
yeah.
He had an open hotline that all the women volunteered to call in on and have their ratings and get advice. He was a consultant. Get
They put
advice
him on the
from.
chopping
He like
block.
they came to him. He didn't come to them and start attacking them. But
Yeah,
that was the shock value in the whole thing. Like he was just, saying something different, like, something real. And I think that's why so many people, even though they didn't like to hear it, they kind of gravitated to it.
yeah. I actually thought about being a psychologist, but in all reality, let me be honest with you. I like to laugh, right? I find humor in all things. I will laugh at you in your face, and it might hurt your feelings. So I can't do that. They don't want to fight me in real life. So I digress. Now, when it
Hmm.
comes to solving a problem, which you could do different. Cool.
You just remind me. I ain't do a Kevin Samuels in a while. I'm about to do a topic on him.
But like when it comes down to like people unpacking, I don't mind it, but I really rather not deal with it because in some aspects, like that reality shot really be a shock. And like sometimes they don't know how to take it, and that I can't always deal with, and I've helped people in many forms of fashion, and the outcome is never always a good thing, so I'm not into wasting my time, put it that way.
Yeah, because they came to you for the advice. They came to you for like what you giving, but at the same time, if you tell them what it really is, then it's gonna hurt their feelings, or they gonna act like you told them something wrong because they don't like to hear the truth. So like
Exactly.
you get caught up in that conundrum where you like trying to be a good person, whether it's a family
And
member,
you're
whether
seen
it's a
as the
friend,
enemy.
you seen as an enemy, but then at the same time, you feel like you're not real if you give them some generic political romanticized answer to make them feel good about their feelings in that moment. Like,
Yeah.
so many people got friends around them that make them feel good about their existence right now. And they call these friends up and complain about how bad their life is. But if they really, the people that don't get called a lot is the people that keep it all the way real. Like, man, what are you complaining about? What do you got to complain about, really?
Exactly.
They're going to
Like
be real with them.
I've had people like literally complain to me about having to like fix an AC unit in the house, right? Things that, eventually over time is gonna break. But have 75-inch screen TV sitting in the box on the floor. Sir, do not complain about
What you say?
wasting it. Do not complain when you are wasting. Hi, hi.
Hey, what you say?
What I say about what? Who is you?
Yeah, I be Chris.
That is Big Chris?
Yes.
How old are you, Big Chris?
3.
Oh, it sound like you gotta go, bud.
I try to see what my mom's gonna do. I guess I
You
do
might
it.
need to give me a
All right,
trigger.
give me a
Don't give
second.
me a trigger. I
Let me
might
go
get
ahead and
trigger
block.
happy. I'm
Let me go
sorry.
ahead and block them, bro. See something real quick. Yeah, nah, I can't do that. I got you. Damn, I can't find his
Okay.
name. You lucky.
Hey, lady,
Well, thanks for
I can
requesting
already
that.
tell
Good. That
Lady
made
D
it
like
easy.
that friend that you don't want to take with you in case something pop off because they know they reach and they ain't gonna have too much tolerance for no bulls, so they gonna let them go. They gonna give them a little warning, but they gonna pop off sooner than later.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. I don't do chaos, period. I do not. I don't tolerate it. I don't tolerate it around my children, especially. No, that's just a no for me. And if I do, I get to the point and I drop it. There's no need in us going back and forth, repeating ourselves. That's redundant. That's the definition of insanity. I'm good.
I'm good. And I'm
Hey
good.
man, I think it's interesting that you adding in the Kev, the videos, the topics, like just you giving your small intake on it before you actually like have the live. I haven't been able to tune in. I've been busy with work and stuff, but I've been tune in a lot. But I can tell that you kind of like building your like the videos. I don't think you was doing that as much before, unless I just wasn't seeing the videos. It could have been you been doing it. I just seen the videos no more.
Oh, I did one like a couple. I think I did a couple like that so far. I know I did the one with the if black people. I did that one recently. If black people was to take over, I mean, was the owners or was
I
the
need somebody to help
leaders
me
of the
find
world?
my laptop.
I do need to start doing that though.
I
I
don't know
do
what's
need to
that.
do that.
But dude, keep doing it. And you know these questions, you know you could just put that in a book, right? Mm-hmm.
In the book.
Content.
I don't
You
write
already wrote
books.
them. I
That's
did
too
that with
much.
all my quotes that I wrote over 4 years.
I'm still trying to
Yeah,
do
it's a
this
lot,
right now.
but I'm telling you, it's easy. Once I learned
You
how
got
to
a
do
book
it, it's
out?
really, really easy. I have a book that unfortunately I haven't published it completely yet because it was dedicated to my grandfather and it was really, really hard for me because it was supposed to be done before he passed and I was supposed to do interview with people from Harvard. And yeah, that hit me hard. That's why I say I practice what I you know
What did she say?
what? Listen, sir.
Oh,
I need you to
man.
have a little bit of
You
empathy
know
for me,
what?
okay?
Did she just hold
And
that though?
that's why I'm not
You
used to
know
being around guys like that because it's
what?
like certain things. It's like I walk in on it, and it's like I didn't know that was a bomb or I mean a boom boom right there.
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Kev. Welcome to Laugh or Learn
But I,
Kev.
being
All right.
so diverse, have always been around different elements, so I understand it. It's humor.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, man, keep doing it. Keep doing the videos, brother.
Yeah, most def. I stopped doing them. The only one I did recently.
Yeah, I be doing them other videos. I do like at least 2 videos. I at least try to do 2 a day. But I just do like the vetting videos, and I do the somebody gave me the idea on that was like, hey, you should do
You
like
gotta
a
like keep
vetting
motivating
thing.
me. Keep motivating me to like want to try to halfway start going
I'll
back
be
to my
trying.
TikTok career. But my TikTok career, I haven't really been concentrating on it because I feel like they hold me they hold me out of my outreach. And then a couple of times I done got like certain type of what's that violations or whatever. So they want to demonetize all my content. My content is based on edits and making funny stuff, but a lot of stuff be controversial, so they don't monetize it.
They're sensitive.
I do hit. Sometimes I slip through the algorithm. I'm able to make some money. If I went on videos here, sometimes like I don't know why it just slipped through the algorithm, and I'd be like, oh snap, they gonna let that go.
Well, when I started, I got the first check and then the second check didn't make it to me, but they said they paid me. I dropped it. And then also I bought some stuff on TikTok shop and they keep charging me like 99 cents here and there. So
Oh,
please
they
check
sent
my
you a
account
check?
and 7 cents, huh?
You said they sent you a check?
They my first round, they sent me they sent the money to PayPal or whatever. But the
Oh
second
yeah.
time they didn't send the money, and they said they sent it, and I never received it.
Oh yeah.
So
I
I
was
mean,
like,
I really
nah,
didn't have time
they
to
just send stuff to
reconcile.
PayPal. I
Yeah,
ain't never seen that. I ain't never had nobody send her get on check.
yeah.
Man, yeah, I pretty much gave up on it because I'd be like, man, if y'all gonna limit me, I just kind of get on here and scroll. Now I post a random video every once in a while, but I don't really cut no more. I'm like,
Well, that's what I do
if I was a
on
person where this is my only source of income, I'd be mad. Like,
Facebook.
but
Oh, what?
I'd be mad. Like, I'd be
Right.
mad for them, bro.
I'm trying to get to a point where it's my only. You
You know
feel
what? Really
me?
and truly, I'm gonna be honest with you. YouTube is way better than all these other social media. Yeah. So you
You say
can.
YouTube? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. But it just seems so slow over there to build over there. And because I post everything I post on here, I post on all my other platforms every day. I do hit this, then I transfer it over to Clap. I don't know if you heard this app before. I just found weird every time I say it. An app called Clapper.
I think I've heard of it before.
I put it on YouTube and I put it on Instagram. Then my Instagram it connects to
Yeah.
That
my
doesn't
Facebook,
surprise me
so it's like
that
they post on both
that
of them.
doesn't
And I
surprise
put
me
one
that
on
you
my
say that
Twitter.
because they had did a video where this dude. Your
Sorry,
content is
Alter.
probably it's not the how your content is the color of your skin because
Yeah. They
they
said,
had a content creator do the same stuff. He's pretty much stole all the black content creator stuff and then used it and got millions more views and more money towards it. And he pretty much took everything word for word. The dude reposted it like, dog, I can't believe you went and just remade my whole video. And the other dude was getting paid way more views and way more money off of it. And his stuff, like other dude was popular, but he wasn't like nearly as possible. He probably like in 100,000. The other dude on the other side, you know, YT dude, he was like couple million followers. He was taking the man content, and all of a sudden he was getting paid way more views. He was saying the same thing.
wondering where people get the extra time from because, like, life be life in real life. And I'm like, And I could dedicate myself to this, but I mean, there's just better things I could do with myself sometimes. Because it's always changing. I can't get used to it. I'm not tech savvy.
You gotta really, really be. I can tell Kev he motivated more than just the whole money thing or probably the whole concept. Like he knows it's gonna come. He's just the dedication and the effort and the work and the repetition that he putting in right now that countless is making him preparing him for something better in the future, you know, for whatever opportunity. So it is a good opportunity to put yourself out there and see you could do something. For me, I personally like the fact that TikTok did give you a broader audience or your kind of audience. For me, it just proved to me that like I can make videos and like I can go viral. I had like celebrities repost my stuff. Like I done got crazy reviews. Even if somebody just took my video and downloaded it and reposted it to somebody else, I was like, dog, I know I made that edit. Like I felt pretty good about it. So you know, it don't really matter to me about no money or anything like that. It just showed that like I could do other stuff
Acknowledge.
outside of this. You know what I mean? Outside of this, you know what I'm saying? It's just an outlet. I like it though.
I like it, but I'm very old school. Just like I can come on here and socialize. I do that in public. I'm not. I'm an introvert slash extrovert, which is an ambivert.
What?
Y'all didn't
Amber what?
What
you
the
didn't know that was
Amber alert.
what the ambivert
an
is going on?
ambivert.
Amber alert.
So it's a person that can socialize, but they also being by themselves.
You a pervert.
So I could be a loner at times where I don't want to be bothered. Pretty much. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like even so much where I don't want to be touched. Like, ugh, leave me alone. But that's just me. I'm weird in my own ways. I'm different.
Interesting.
But that's all with knowing self. Like I'm even like considered a neurodivergent with dyslexia.
Oh, what?
And that's why I think the way I do. Neurodivergent.
Man, y'all come up with new terms, boy. I guess that's all it is.
It's the actual
Yeah, I heard it
word.
before. I was about to
I
say
don't think people
that one
come
I
up
heard
with
before
new
because I
words. I
ran
think
it.
they just start.
Yeah, neurodivergent. That's something I actually did just learn it on this app, but I actually can tell now. I actually told her that when she was in my room before because I got about at least 4 other mutuals I know that's neurodivergent, and I could be able to tell based off of how they express themselves and how they converse. And it's not saying, like I said, it ain't no bad thing. It's just it is different, and they more like it's like I'm gonna get it out, I'm gonna get my point out type situation. And it's more like straight like a book, like reading a book type situation. I
Well,
don't know.
people actually call me a walking book,
It just depends
which
on
is
what it's talking
funny.
about.
They call me a walking book. I could talk about just about anything. A walking
A
book.
walking book. When did you get on? I got on
I
like,
don't
let
know,
me
but
see,
I
when
think I
did I
got
get on?
15 minutes left up here.
3 hours ago and 14 minutes. Yeah, that's when I got on. You say you got a few
Oh,
minutes?
you said
Okay,
you had an hour.
lady. You know,
I
I
know,
appreciate you
but you said you had
anyways.
an hour left on here, and I have a charger that I don't feel like
Yeah,
getting
I
up
got.
for. But I need to start working on this stuff because I need it out before October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a few more. I'm gonna try to get a few things in before I get up off this thing. Then start again
Okay, keep it
tomorrow.
going. You have kids? Bless your heart. That's
No,
why
I
you got
can't.
all this on. Good Lord. I'm not even mad. I might be even a
Yeah.
little just nah, I lie. I really do I co-parent well, so my kids when he's not working, he takes the kids, or like my son has football practice. That's their boy thing. He takes them to football practice. When my daughter was in dancing, I took her to dancing. So
That's with your husband, or
my kids I'm not with him
oh,
anymore.
a husband. Okay.
That's the guy that burned the stick.
You ain't
No, I'm
got no
saying
man.
Pringle, like a Pringle. And I'm not salty about it.
Okay. Yeah, when you made that little noise, yep, that's when you know.
I'm not salty about it at all. I've been living my life. I love the comfort of my own space, laughing about things, not having to be uptight, walking on eggshells. I believe that in a relationship that you shouldn't have to walk on eggshells if you're equally yoked. And when you start doing that, that means you're not being yourself. So then you go through a however time span you put together with that person, and at the end, if there is an end to it, you realize that you was never you. And now you got to look for you all over again, which is a sad reality. So I promised myself I would never lose myself in someone again, and I wouldn't allow somebody to lose their self in me, because that's easy for both people to do.
Yeah, so you gotta find yourself. Find yourself first. Love yourself. Build your
Most people don't know how to
boundaries. And find somebody that's equally yoked. That's what it is. And know what you want. You gotta know. A lot of people go in situations not knowing what
But
they
see,
want and
they
then try to
also be
force
thinking
them.
about what they want, and usually when they get it, it's not what they want, or it's never enough because they don't know. It's
Yeah.
never enough because they're never grateful for the small things, and that's very unfortunate. So they're like the hardest people
Yep.
to satisfy, and nobody got
Yep.
time for that. That
Yeah, that's what I teach now is gratefulness and appreciation. That's actually going to be the topic tomorrow. That's funny, about gratefulness and appreciation. But yeah, I think when people learn what that really is, then like that's when they find peace, happiness, all those things. You know, they find it within themselves and not really requiring it from the next person. Because if you're looking for that for the next person, that's when most people that's miserable. You know, they keep, you don't do this for me. You don't do this. What do you do for yourself? You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not saying that your partner ain't supposed to be useless there, but you shouldn't be dependent upon your partner to give you these things all the time. You know, just like that's going to be miserable trying to that's going to be harsh to keep on trying to motivate your partner. I mean, it's good that your partner there to motivate you, but dang, it ain't supposed to be their job to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, oh, I'm going to make sure I lift your head up every time. Like, lift your own head up at one point. You know what I'm saying? I can't
I'm
keep doing it
dragging
every
today. Like
time.
I'm on zero. I need to carry the 72% to my, whatever. But that's the balance within a relationship, finding that common ground, knowing that when a person is having their moment, that you allow them to do that, give them that space, give them the space to also have the openness to be open with you, which is hard to say, but give him the space where he can feel okay with being open with you. And that's hard for a lot of people. They can't find that common ground where they can have those sensitive conversations. And I mean, I think that's where most people miss their target, because even when they do hear, it's like you didn't hear. you heard something, but you didn't hear me, because your reaction to that is to continuously do what you always done, which doesn't change. And I'm good. That for myself,
Okay.
especially like wine and a bubble bath, just chilling. I buy flowers for myself.
Is that jelly with that
Yeah,
wine skin?
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
definitely for it. For my birthday, I bought me 33 roses. My birthday was
When
March
your birthday?
30th.
Oh,
Yeah.
you just turned 33? No, I literally just turned
Well,
34
happy
last week. That's
belated
crazy.
birthday. But yeah, do it. How
Appreciate you. I'm on my grown man stuff. You don't hear my voice just changed deep. The last time you
know
talked to me, it
what?
wasn't
Don't
like this,
play.
was
Because me and my daughter, I'm so
it? You
animated
know?
because me and my daughter be talking like monsters and shit. But I love it. I freaking love it.
You gotta grow up, man. As soon as you get that 30 photo, you start talking like this, And then monsters be like, what is that? We
Come up
we
here,
we
Nay.
we speak with
We
suits
talking
on.
to you in the comments and we just running. But most definitely love self first.
I
I
can
mean, it's
feel it.
hard that people don't know how to love self, but it's usually like as we grow up, we kind of like jump off the steps, and sometimes we fall face first into some shit that, we be like, what the fuck is this? Why didn't somebody warn me? And they be like, we try to tell you, but love is blind. You ain't see that shit until you had to see that shit. Now what? Now what you want me to do? So, that's where you have to be accountable for the things that you allow. Because people can tell you until you get blue in the face and you just don't see it until something happens. But my thing is, I'm not about to wait until something
Yep,
happens if
that's
it's
what it
going to
is.
affect me. So I mind the business that pays me.
That pays you, huh? That's what people say. I don't believe that saying though. I don't, because everybody be mad at everybody business to a certain extent. Otherwise, the only way you can do that if you stay in a closed little area. But otherwise, people always see things. You see life. We see life. We watch the
The question
news.
is, does it
We
pay you?
watch everything. Don't pay me, but we still be in other. But we still know other
Yeah,
people's
but see,
business.
there's a difference. Oh, I think there's a difference because I believe some people are messy for all the wrong reasons, right? And then some people are they're productively messy. Like you're telling stuff that people should be aware of, so we don't have to encounter those things, or we know how to navigate around those things, or we know how to apply those things to our life. So ultimately, I'm not about to sit here and say everything that people say or bring up is not a subject. I'm not big about talking about celebrities because I don't have they big money problems. It's totally different compared to just a regular civilian that lives a regular day life. Like that's who I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about people with big money problems. That has nothing to do with me. Diddy being in jail is like Diddy problem.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't. It's just getting because that's what solution you gonna get at the end of that. I don't get the purpose of that. I told you this Diddy has that gossip
I
stuff. I just
don't.
ain't
And
got
then
time for that
they
stuff.
do the
Though.
documentaries about it and stuff. I could never get into that. And I don't know how I got into what was it? What was his doggone name? It was in a song. Oh, Jeffrey Dahmer. And I kept
I don't know if we can say that name on here.
that one. But yeah, I kept trying to figure out how I knew that, and I was like, how do you know that? Because sometimes I just gotta question myself sometimes because I'm like you had to have heard it from somewhere, and come to find out it was in a Katy Perry song.
Could have been. Yeah.
You good, honey? Hope you had a good day. Mine's had its ups and downs, but now I'm about to lay down and mess with this computer and fall off because
Yeah, right. I'm about to end up. Yeah, I'm about to go check this live out before I get up out of here. I want to see just the girl and them, see how they stuff go, and then hit the sheets at 10:30. I'll be back on tomorrow. I got topics for y'all for the whole week. We got it. Saturday, Friday. That's part of
I'll
the
be
plan.
jumping
If
on.
nothing come through, so I do got some stuff that's going on with my family and stuff. So I might. We'll see if I Well, that's the plan though. But y'all see me when you see me. I got. You said you headed over there. Yep, we over there. We over there.
Where's over there?
We about to go check out Just a
About
Girl.
to-
Just a Girl. She got Chevy over there, and she got Ashley over there. 2 other viral people. So all 3 of them viral heads on there, and they all hold women accountable type situation.
Well, I'm about to go
Yeah.
politicking.
So
That's what I'm about to do. All right.
all right,
Y'all
for
stay
sure.
safe. Be easy.
All right, appreciate you. All right, y'all, man. I'll catch y'all later. I'm gonna be on tomorrow. I'll be on. I gotta see your name on there too. I don't know what your name is over there, but we'll see. I'll see you over there. Now I got the same name. All right, now catch you. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.